Partington. And he's snuck it in. Rears from a tight angle, gets around on the right, uses curve that. That is a brilliant goal. Here's Bailey with a quick little kick. Oh, here come the Bays. Sinor. That is a huge goal.
A chance for the Tigers. Can they get another? This is going all the way. What a finish.
Through there, round the corner, Stengel. Can he go again? Yes, he can. He shoots it through and he's got 3.
They still did the toss. I always thought it was first team in.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They might have changed that these days.
They might have changed it, and I don't think it's really a big deal, is it?
No, I'm just curious. I just know that normally if you're the first team in, you get to select what rooms you want to come out of,
yes,
and what shorts you wear. Anyway, who won the toss there, mate?
Eagles won the toss, and they will kick to the Cathedral end of Adelaide Oval.
Well, we know they don't like that quarter until the second quarter normally, so they might be in some trouble. They like that end of the second quarter.
No, they kicked to the Riverbank end.
Yes, it was.
In the last year's grand final. So trying to go back-to-back the Eagles and the Tigers, trying to win 2 out of 3. Grand finalists 2 years ago. So this is basically deciding who's better out of these two clubs, or it is today.
Well, if you go over the last 3 years and the performances, minor round as well as major round, they have been the best two clubs. It's probably a really good way to match them off against each other in the biggest day of the year, and good luck to both teams today.
Yes, once again, thanks to Wakefield Sports and Exercise Medicine Clinic that are keeping you moving. They're helping out with our pre-game show. Players just making their way to their positions. Rossi, before we start, who's your tip?
I'll go the Bays just. I think it'll be just either way, but they've been the best team all year. I think that the inclusion of Luke Partington a week ago is incredibly important, and he'll help them get over the line by somewhere between 2.5 and 4 goals.
All right, I've been on Glenelg for 2 weeks, and I've changed my mind 2 days ago. So I'm going for the Eagles today. So it's you against me again.
That's what I like to hear.
Big crowd in, as we said. Fantastic crowd, over 20,000 people, a bit of push and shove in the middle of the ground. Troy Menzel and Jack Hannett, they had a bit to say to each other in the semi-final.
She's on.
James Cheetahs and Liam McBean having words as well. A lot of feeling early in this one.
The Eagles have gone out the aggressor here. They've gone out, and Sheedy's obviously said to them, I want you to ruffle them up. I'll watch the fights, mate. You call the game. So Ferns and Curran are on each other. Ferns has gone straight to him. He's run right through him, and Curran's come back with a couple of jumper punches.
And Cameron has gone back into the goal square on Hosey. And there's the first bounce of the grand final. Glenelg are going to get the clearance. It was Snook, handball to Partington. And he kicks down to McBeans, who's a centre half forward, takes the mark on the chest. He's outside 50. It's a clash of players there. Sammy Rowland a bit slow to get up, and the kick inside forward 50 to Hosey has been chopped off by Kobe Much. Comes broadcast side. Dan Menzel gave a little shove. The umpire saw that. He's going the way of Maxi Crowd.
Jumper punches.
And he's going to get 25 for a little rabbit punch to the ribs.
Big call early when we've only going about 45 seconds, but the Eagles are a little bit man-hungry at the moment already. They've obviously come out with some real aggressive intent. I don't mind that as long as they can settle down quickly.
So Max Proud, the fullback, is going to have a shot from outside 50. No, he's just going to lob it up into the hole. Backing back was courageous from Sinor. Pudney had it, lost it. Handball went loose to Bailey. Now Sinor's in there again for the Eagles. In the forward pocket for the Bays, it rolls out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in about 20 metres around from Glenelg's goal. This is the SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro, electric SUV range that's landed, and for Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
It's a crucial matchup. So Agnew's on Troy Menzel. You've got Martini on Stengel.
There's a throw in, some holding. It's going to go the way of Jared Redden. Riley Knight takes the advantage and kicks out to space. Leading first one there was Agnew, well tackled by Troy Menzel. Curran was wrapped up in a tackle by Ferns, thought he threw the footy, umpire thought he didn't. Lets him play early. Ferns got a little handball up. Here's Riley Knight, nice gather. Kicks inside 450, Stengel on the half volley. Test out that hamstring early. Martini takes the ball and slaps it back down the wing. It's 3-1 here in favour of the Eagles. James Cheetahs Gets a little handball to Troy Menzel. He just goes around the corner down the line. Stengel. At the front of that pack is Riley Knight. Martini again, nice little handball to Snook, and the Bays put it back down the wing. So it's one end to the other at the moment down the wing. Cheetahs again onto the footy, handball to Roland, wrapped up by Bradley. Great tackle, but no prior, so the umpire will have a stoppage.
It's bounced back well already, Roland. He took a really heavy knock in the first 5 seconds or 10 seconds of the game when the Bays went forward, but he seems to be okay, and he hit that ball with some real courage.
So the tap, Billy Stretch ran on it, gave the handball to Chris Current. He put the centre half forward. McBean just nudged Lehman under the footy, and then Thompson got a high clearance into the centre of Adelaide Oval. Proud and Dan Menzel. Matty Allen dropped the footy. Under pressure, went back and got it. Slapped it on the right boot, back inside forward 50. Lehman going back. Now it comes to Cameron. Just tried to tap it to Sinel's advantage. Well done Motlop, and then well done Cameron. He got the clearing kick. Jack Hayes, low to ground. Can't pick it up. Jumpers there helping. Snook got the smother, then the kick inside forward 50. Jeez, it's hot at the moment. Quick start to this grand final. And Jack Hayes takes the mark at centre half back after the clearing kick came from Sinor. Sinor ran on and got it back from Hayes. Jeez, it's quick early, Rossi.
It's very quick. Both teams making a lot of ball handling errors at the moment, which you'd expect in the early stages of the grand final.
Partington gave it to Lant, put inside forward 50. Rory Lehman read McBean to the footy and then got the kick back down the wing. And it's close to the line and goes out on the full. So it'll be a free kick to Sammy Durden.
The Bays are actually controlling the ball a reasonable amount in this first 5 minutes. The problem is they're bombing it forward, and their forwards are all out of structure at the moment. They just don't seem to hold their position very well, especially McBean. He's getting caught behind a lot.
On kick, big pack of players. Thompson at the back of that pack fed the handball to Sinor, and great tackle by Toby Pink is going to be rewarded. Just blades on quickly, top of the square. Hosey's going to fly. Backing back, Pudney, that was clever. Motlop ran onto it, kicked the goal! Bays on the board first in the grand final.
Pressure until now, so good start for them, but gee, it's tough, hard, physical, all the strong words you want to use with a grand final, which is not surprising with the way both these two teams are coached and the way they play.
Glenelg 1 goal, Eagles yet to score. Balfour's scoreboard, Balfour's are for the game. There's the bounce back in the middle. Redden and Hanneth, that was probably a dead heat. And we'll probably have another stoppage here. This is SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro, electric SUV range that's landed, and for Amy. Lucky you're with Amy. Paul Bonsor Mark Ross with you. All in the grand final. Kick out of the centre square has gone sideways. Jafrida ran onto it. Now it's Tulpas. Got a good bounce. Now kicked inside forward 50 into the pocket. There's a couple of players there. One is Burns, and he had a little fumble. The ball rolled out of bounds. So there'll be a throw in just inside the Eagles forward 50, broadcast side.
Just laughing at Ferns and Curran, so Ferns has fumbled it over the line. Do you reckon Michael Virgin's come in nice and quick to chirp away at him for fumbling the ball over the line? I don't know if I'd be chirping quite that much until maybe the end of the game if it was me, but I'm probably a bit different.
Billy Stretch got one high.
Clumsy.
Ferns met him head on. He was just trying to pick up the ball.
It's just a bit clumsy. It was accidental, it was just a bit clumsy. It was actually the Bays player moved out of the way and Ferns kept running and it just got him a bit high.
So Stretch was going cross ground now, decided to come down the wing on the western side of Adelaide Oval. Big pack of players. Thompson spoils it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. Don't forget, Rossi, you've got your player of the day for Barossa Boy. You can top up with cheeky Tilly Reasing. Keep an eye out for that.
So Thompson's definitely going to Pank. They've set Lehman for McBean. So it'll be a good match-up there. Really strong in the air, Lehman, and he's actually good on the lead as well. He's got a good turn of pace.
Big throw in, and again some fumbles and missed handballs as Ferns comes in and he's tackled, and we'll have another stoppage. Brett Turner
had a good year.
playing the tackle. Excellent year, Brett Turner. Transferring over from West Adelaide. Partington is going to get the ball out from that clearance. Motlop and Beacon. Motlop just tried to go off the ground. McBean's now. Wants some support and it's not going to get it. Sinor was there first. Gave it to Riley Knight. Drilled a pass to Gus Paul. Gus Paul turns, goes wide. Comatigiani is going to lead Agnew to the footy. Gets the bounce he wanted. Now snaps around the corner. Top of the goal square, Stengel tried to hit it to Troy Menzel. Gets it just inside the boundary, snaps it, goal, goes across the face and rolls out of bounds. I think Reed Cooler will take the relieving kick.
I know it's the Eddie Beck's pocket. We've seen many miracles, but that would have been a miracle goal if he managed to kick that. I thought it was going to bounce back, but it just no leg break there. Just went across the face, and then the Bays get to bring it back into play. No touch rule.
So Reed Cooler goes down the line. Reynolds flew, didn't get his hands on the footy. He's now got it in his hands. He picked it up off the ground. Little kick forward. Ended up with Klusky. Broke a tackle with Roland, and then kicks to centre half forward. Eagles have the numbers here, 2-on-1. Jafrida is going to get back. Handball over the top to Beacon. And Beacon's got some room here. Had a couple of metres, has a bounce. Kicks sideways. Not a really good kick though. Put Junfer under pressure. So he went back and helped him, Beacon. Beacon's handball was smothered, and in the end goes out of bounds. So well done by Michael Virgin. He got a hand in there on the Junfer handball and forced the throw in.
It's good pressure by the Bays. Particularly pleased there with the chasing down from behind from their forwards. And gee, little Virgin's up and about. He doesn't mind mouthing off, does he? If I was 4 foot tall, I think I'd just be quiet.
I'm a big fan of Michael Virgin.
He's a very good player.
Footballer. Lonergan, handball over his head to Kobe Much. Tackled as he kicked it, still got it about 40 metres forward. Ferns in a marking contest with Curran. Curran wraps him up now. Lonergan, hands and knees, trying to get the footy out. Stack of players in there.
It's a free kick.
And there is a free kick. It's going the way of Brad Agnew. The Rick Astley of Glenelg.
He wouldn't even know who Rick Astley is.
He just released a new song, believe it or not. Down the line, Turner to McBean. McBean swings, kicks to the goal square. Reynolds has got the sit on Jafrida. Oh, almost got up there. Couldn't quite cling onto it. It's close to the boundary line and eventually goes out. The umpire's paid holding the ball.
He had the sit, Reynolds, didn't he? He had the perfect sit to catch it. He went up with one hand in the air. The breeze is really tricky. So for our listeners out there today, interstate and around South Australia, it's quite blustery, a little bit hard to read.
Junfer, quick hands to Poole and to Much. Kobe Much getting a bit of the footy early. Got it back to Poole, sort of fumbled it in that direction. Poole now to centre half forward. Stengel goes over the back. Dan Menzel by himself. Looks at the goals and pops it through for the Eagles first. They're on the board, ties it up at 1 goal apiece on the Balfour score. He's kicked 42 goals for the year. Dan Menzel made that 43. He's had a good season since transferring over from the Dogs. And thankfully for him, injury-free. It's a class act. McBean into the ruck with Hayes. McBean just took it out the ruck and kicked it high. Floating kick inside forward 50. Sam Rowland stood underneath it. Got the punch away, fell to Lonergan. Handball over the top looking for Hayes. He was trying to bump off the footy by Klusky. Probably should have went with the tackle. Ball still on the deck. Snooks in there, so is Matt Allen. Kobe Much for the Eagles. And the umpire crosses himself. We'll have a ball up. McBean got the tap down to Turner. Broke away from the pack, kicked inside forward 50. Clay Cameron with the spoil. Fell into the hands of Sinor. Got it back to Roland. Now long handball to Toumpas under pressure, so he had to give it back to Jafrida. Great pressure from Reynolds and the Tigers. And then Stretch was tackled, and the Eagles are going to come out with it just. Beacon, hurried kick. Only went as far as Bradley. Pops it back inside forward 50, marked on the chest by Roland, and he went sideways to his skipper in Thompson. It's quick, up and down the ground. Thompson went out to space. Turner and Lonergan. And Allen's there as well. Allen picked up the footy, had a bounce. He's going to put it back to the goal square. Maybe further than that. It's right there. Hosey! On the line, taking a one-hander.
What a mark.
Well, that is unbelievable from Lockie Hosey as he just pops it through. Points to his family in the crowd.
The thrill for being really critical, but just a brilliant piece of play of a young man who's just keeping his eyes on the footy all the way, took the mark, a classical mark at that, and then it was an easy kick from the goal square. This is a really good game of footy, as we said, really tough, quite open as well, and some mistakes by everybody. It's good to see.
Matty Snook.
This bloke started well.
Threw it out to Partington. Got his kick away and was hit as he kicked it by Jack Hayes. So the free kick downfield will go to Toby Pink. Still about 60 out from goal. It's a great start to the grand final. He puts it to the top of the square. Going back, Jack Hayes. Almost took the mark, Reynolds. In fact, Jack Hayes is going to get the free kick here. Rosie just a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I think he's got him a bit front on. Hayes look better when McBean's in ruck, don't they? So since he's gone in ruck, they just look a bit sharper. He's gone forward again now. But he just gives them a little bit because his vertical leap's really good and he's good when the ball hits the ground as well, whereas Jack's a little bit limited at ground level. 14
minutes gone in the first quarter, thanks to Laurenex Cleaning, 1300 Laurenex, delivering professional commercial office cleaning. First quarter of the grand final. It's the statewide Super League for Kia Niro. Electric SUV range has landed, and for Amy, lucky you're with Amy. We've got a ball in. Broadcast side. About 70 around for Glenelg's goal. There's a throw in. Hayes took it out the ruck. Nice little handball to Tulpas. Now Pudney with hands. Now over the top to Ferns. Eagles are running. Here's Riley Knight. Last man in the chain. Kicks down the line. Dan Menzel worked to a really good position. Was held and will win the free kick. He had to do something there because he was outnumbered, Dan Menzel.
Yeah, I'm looking to see this on the replay again. The umpire was so close. I can't see that the decision wasn't there. It just looked a bit ticky touchwood.
I think he just grabbed the arm as Dan tried to.
It makes me laugh for some of these decisions though. There's so much holding in a game of footy when the players don't even have the ball, when they're standing there waiting for a ball, and yet we pay the one that like that on occasions. But if it's there, you've got to pay it.
Kicks from 50, Dan Menzel. Looked to right off the boot. It's right there. He's kicked 2, Menzel. And the second one for the Eagles on the Balfour scoreboard. The Eagles 2 goals. Glenelg.
Anyway, the umpires, like the players, on a day like this, when there's a lot of nerves, will make mistakes. So, but feel for the Durden there. He certainly didn't hold him at all.
2 goals apiece on the Balfour scoreboard. Balfour's are for the game. We've gone 16 and a bit minutes thanks to Laurenex Cleaning, 1300 Laurenex. There's the bounce. Now into the ruck, Hanneth and Hayes. But Glenelg going to get the clearance through Andrew Bradley. Kicks the centre half forward. Darcy Bailey in a one-on-one with Sinor. Sinor won that and got the ball out to the centre wing. Kobe March, quick hands to Toumpas, then to Comatigiani. He goes short, horrible scrubbing the kick that Ferns runs onto. He held Virgin. Virgin probably should have got a free kick. Ball comes out the back to Agnew. Now Curran, now Snook. Here's Snook's kick, missed the target. Let Cheetahs onto the footy. He goes back. Cameron kicks it inside 50. Ferns going back with the pack. The ball falls out the back. Here's Dan Menzel again. Can he kick 3? He goes around the corner and he's pushed as he kicked it. And the umpire said he's going to get a free kick. Well, he ended up kicking it out on the full.
It's a good call by the umpire. Clearly pushed him in the back as he was kicking the footy. That free kick was definitely there.
Yep. So Sam Durden.
The Eddie Betts pocket. Well, mind you, what isn't the Eddie Betts pocket when it comes to a footy ground? But
I think that one is.
This one definitely is. So the scoreboard side is kicking into the teeth of whatever wind there is, though. So it'll be a really tricky kick. If anyone can do it, though, Dan can.
So Dan Menzel goes the banana around the corner. It's going across the face of goal and sneaks through for a minor score. So the first behind on the board goes to the Eagles. They're 2-1. Glenelg 2 goals on the Balfour scoreboard. Balfour's are for the game.
Looks really dangerous though, Dan Menzel at the moment. Not sure that Durden's his matchup, and it'll be interesting to see if Durden can get a little bit tighter with him. He's just been a bit loose.
Dylan Lant does kicking duties. Wobbling kick out to half back. Toby Pink, he's there. So is Reynolds. So is Stengel. He picked up the footy. Got quick hands back. Kick inside forward 50. Ferns courageous. Goes back with the flight of the ball. And then pushes Durden on the ground. Running through Beacon. Handballs to Stengel. Tyson Stengel. Something from nothing. Comes a minor score every day of the week. And Durden's still down here.
Yeah, Durden went really hard at the contest to punch the ball away, and I reckon he's winded himself really badly. I'll keep an eye on it, mate, and you keep calling the game. I just noticed there, though, Troy Menzel was a bit upset that Stengel didn't pass off then. Stengel had to have a shot.
Oh, no question.
He'd normally kick that. It's just, as we said, the wind's really, really tricky.
Yeah. So 2-2 to 2 goals. Eagles lead on the Balfour scoreboard. Balfour's are for the game. No matter what your club colours, Balfour's are for the game. The Eagles are going to attack again. Comes back inside, 450, Troy Menzel! Breaks the pack and takes a chest mark. He's only about 20 metres out, pretty much straight in front.
Really good footy there by Kobe Much in the contest initially. He won contested footy, handballed it out to Stengel, who got it inside 50 quickly. And Troy Menzel just read it better than the other blokes and took a chest mark in the end pretty easily. This is how the Eagles started the last game, though, in the second semi, of which Bays got the first goal. You thought, this is the Bays we know, and then the Eagles just went bang, 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 and suddenly we're in control.
Troy Menzel from 25, puts his hand in the air, he's kicked the goal. Eagles go to 3-2. Glenelg 2 goals on the...
Them play. It seems to be the one area that really bothers them, and I reckon it's more the pace over the first 5 metres. Just that first 5 metres. So Maxi Proud and Curran, they rely on the ball being in the air, coming in high, so they need the pressure from the midfield, so the ball doesn't come in that quickly where they can get off the leash and get out on a good lead like Menzel did then. I said he just read it well, but it was a really strong lead.
So Durden's gone to Jack Hayes now. Jack Hayes has gone forward, and I think that's a better matchup for Durden, definitely. Although he's going to be outmarked, outpointed. Gave away a free kick to Hayes, who led up and got the kick from Redden. So Hayes drills it low and hits Stengel on the chest. Geez, that's a good kick from Jack Hayes.
It's a beautiful kick from Jack Hayes, but it's really poorly defended again by the Bays. They're giving just a couple of metres. They're trying to read the ball coming inside 50 rather than being close to their opponents and stopping the lead. Someone should have been in the hole there.
Yeah.
So one of the midfielders in that particular position is not doing his role. It's 25 metres, mate. Just been a bit of a push and shove between Allen and
Virgin as well. And I think Riley Knight was in. I think Riley Knight started it and then he walked away.
Wouldn't be like an umpire to fall for anything like that, mate. We'll leave that one alone.
Stengel will kick from the goal square and put the Eagles' 4th goal on the board there, 4-2. Glenelg 2 goals, Balfour scoreboard, Balfour's before the game with Stengel marked on a lead out in front of him.
I'm a big person, mate. You don't yap until you know the game's yours, especially in a grand final.
Back in the middle, Redden and Hannah. Eagles on a little break here. They lead by 14 points early in the grand final.
I have to admit, mate, I've just watched the replay again, though. That kick from Hayes to hit up Stengel was just a lead. Oh. It was a beautiful kick for a big man. And it was a great lead by Stengel. But once again, someone from the Bays midfield should have been in that hole.
Redden got the tap down to Snook, taken high by Cheetahs. Will win the free kick in the middle of Adelaide Oval. Sun shining. Over 20,000 people in. Great crowd. This kick out wide has found Partington. Broadcast side, still about 60 from home. Partington puts it in the McBean direction. He's got a little run at it, McBean. Couldn't quite get the hands on the footy. Ball's on the deck now. And we'll have a stoppage about 20 metres out from Glenelg's goal. Restart. Hanneth won that tap down to Snook. Got it back there. The big ruckman has a shot. Off the side and through for a minor score. First behind for Glenelg. They're 2-1. Eagles are 4-2 on the Balfour scoreboard. Balfour's before the game.
Umpire looks pretty cool in the goal square with his sunnies on there. Bond, sorry.
Sun smart.
Yeah, very sun smart. I reckon it's quite warm out there once that sun does come out too. So
Tulpas took the free kick. Well spoiled by Virgin over the line in front of Rory Lehman. In the side for the injured Matt Goldsworthy.
A good start by Riley Knight. He's been really busy getting a lot of footy forward, using his legs to run and carry the footy. Kobe Much I've been really impressed with early as well. And young Angus Poole and Cheat as well. You know how good he is.
He's got the footy now. He goes back to Roland, who just slaps it down the wing. Ferns and Curran. Ferns will win this battle, broke a tackle and then thumped it forward. Dan Menzel running towards the footy. It bounces over his head into the lap of Curran. Durden rather. Durden goes short down the wing, finds Partington. Partington's got Reed Cooler, ignores that.
Players probably do need to just slow it down a little bit because they're kicking in whatever breeze there is at this point in time, although you're pretty well protected at that end of the ground.
So the switch went to Martini, who used Proud with a handball, and then went to Big Jack Hanneth. Puts it inside forward 50, backing back in a good spot was Thompson, takes the mark in front of Hosey.
Wasn't a great kick from Jack Hanneth though. He gave his forwards no opportunity there. All three of them let out and he kicked it over to the back of their heads, and an easy read for Thompson. Too experienced to drop something like that.
Coming up to 25 minutes in the first term. Troy Menzel takes the mark. Half back for the Eagles.
Bay's skipper currently, he's really struggled to read the ball in the air, hasn't he? I don't know if you've noticed it, but 3 or 4 times he's either gone under it or it's gone over the back of his head.
Andrew Bradley, good start for him too. Has a bounce, almost run down by Pudney. His kick was marked by Toompas at half-back. That was a good chase by Kai Pudney, just putting up pressure on.
Oh, it was a great chase. Bradley thought he had all the time in the world, and Pudney just kept chasing him down. Gave him a little clip behind the ear after he caught him as well, and Bradley's just letting him know right now that, yeah, I know who you are.
So, Komatigiani laid a tackle on Cooler and won the free kick. Kicks inside forward 50. Troy Menzel backing back. Just went through his hands. Now the handball out to Curran, goes short and finds Reed Cooler. So Reed Cooler's sideways, got Matt Allen. Allen down to the wing.
Kick.
Dylan Lance there, goes over his head. He's running onto it now. Now gets it out in front of McBean. McBean, Rowland's going to come from the other direction, left his man. Well done, Sam Rowland, took the ball out of bounds. In fact, it wasn't touched, so he'll get a free kick for Sam Rowland.
It's poor by Marlon Mollett, though. He let Rowland get around him. He's trying to play goal side of him rather than actually defending at all. It's one thing about Marlon, and it can be quite annoying if you're a coach, I think. You can't always get the easy ball, Marlon.
Toompas kicks out to Jack Hayes, who marked it on the wing. 26 and a bit minutes gone in the first term, thanks to Laurenex cleaning. 1-300 Laurenex. Horrible kick forward from Hayes. Scrap of players, in he comes again, Hayes. Got his own kick. Handball over the top was beautiful to Lonergan. Lonergan, top of the goal square. Here's Troy Menzel again on the chest. He just lost Michael Burgeon again. And Troy Menzel will go back, have a shot from about 30, only on about 11-degree angle.
Just smart footy by the Eagles, though. Just hitting the top of the square, the square almost, just a little bit further out than that. Ball held up a little bit. The base defence haven't been able to read it at all. Not once have they read it coming inside 50 high. Whereas at the other end, the Eagles defence are reading it really clearly. So there's obviously a bit of an issue there with the wind in regards to how the bays are reading it when it's coming in. It's dropped short 3 times, and the Eagles have marked it 3 times.
Troy Menzel has a shot. Umpire doesn't move. He's got 2, and the Eagles have 5. The Eagles are 5-2, Glenelg 2-1.
Stop it after about 2 or 3 goals.
So 27, almost 28 minutes gone in the first term. The Eagles have a handy lead. Out by 19 points.
The Menzel boys are causing all sort of havoc at the moment, though. They're just reading it far greater than the Bays. Back 6 and 7 at the moment.
Redden got the tap. Looks like Partington will get the clearance. Good hands through to Stretch. Now back to Turner. Turner hits Matt Allen. Nice kick.
Great kick.
Half forward. Puts it inside forward 50 on the lead. McBean takes the mark about 45 out. Will probably kick from about 48 or 49 on about a 35-degree angle. Liam McBean.
This will give us a really good look at what the wind's actually doing. McBean's one of the best kicks at SANFL from a set shot from about this distance. What a great kick from Turner to Matty Allen, though. We mentioned Matty Allen many times this year, and the fact that he holds his width. So as soon as Turner got that footy, he knew that Allen would be out on that far side. He hit him with a beautiful leg, and then his kick to the leading McBean was elite. No Eagles defender or midfielder could have got in that way.
Liam McBean kicks from right on 50. Great off the boot. Hit the post. So maybe that breeze is causing a bit of havoc. So Glenelg go to 2-2. The Eagles 5-2 on the Balfour scoreboard. No matter what your club colours, Balfour's are for the game.
Certainly the wind did take that. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. It looked really good off the boot, but it was this way to the left.
Fantastic gather from the big ruckman Redden. He got the handball to Gus Paul, and now the Eagles will clear through Toompas. Down to centre wing, ball close to the boundary line. Paul tried to go off the ground. It's still in until Maxi Proud just forced it over. So we'll have a throw in. Dead smack centre wing broadcast side. Sun shining in Adelaide Oval. It's the grand final. 29 and a half minutes gone first term. Going off the ground, a little short kick from Hannah and a big tackle from Lonergan. I think Partington's on the bottom of that pack.
The Eagles look most dangerous when the ball gets a metre or so away from stoppages. Their running game at the moment is what's hurting the Bays. The Bays rely on contested inside winning the footy, and at the moment they're probably just not doing that enough.
Redden again wins the hit out. Curran went to knees. Tigiani laid a tackle. Excellent tackle from Turner on Lonigan. Riley Knight slipped over, forced the footy out the back, and Gus Paul was taken high. Eagles play on, take the advantage. Tumpus inside 50. Troy Menzel went to Spall. Dan Menzel comes to help. Partington back there for Glenelg. As the siren sounds, very entertaining start to the SANFL Grand Final. And at quarter time, the Eagles are 5-2-32, Glenelg 2-2-14.
Running power, and that's what's hurting Glenelg a little bit at the moment. Glenelg are winning the clearances by about 16-13. Inside 50s are fairly, once again, are pretty even. In fact, the Bays have had it inside 53 more times. Marks are even, kicks are pretty even as well. It's just the use of the footy, which we talk about so often. I thought the Bays blazed a fair bit in that first. I said I felt like they had control early. The Eagles didn't blaze when they went forward. They used the ball really, really efficiently, and that's the difference in the game at the moment. Jimmy Tumpus has had 10, Partington 8, Snook 7, and then Hayes and Cheetahs have had 6.
So 18-point lead to the Eagles as we start the second quarter. Umpire holds the ball in the air. Second quarter of the SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final. Sun shining as Hanneth won the tap down, but the Eagles will get the clearance. Quick hand from Much to Pudney. He goes out to the far side. Dan Menzel runs onto it. He's got Junfer in support. Junfer short. Back inside. Finds Kobe Much. Kobe Much swings through the centre. Kicks inside forward 50. Curran. First one's in hands on the footy, but couldn't complete the mark. Good spoil in the end from Ferns. And we'll have a stoppage about 45 metres out from the Eagles' goal.
Couldn't drop anything last week, Karen. Can't catch a thing tonight so far.
Kobe Much running through again. Quick hands out of there, Bradley. And his kick's gone down the throat of big Jared Redden. So Redden's marked it inside the square.
What a specimen.
Here's a unit. Goes into the pocket. Jack Hayes is there. On the ground, Gus Paul trying to force it forward towards goal. Dylan Lant's got his hands on the footy and the umpire says, give it to me. 15 metres out from the Eagles' goal. Jack Hayes won the tap back, then tapped it again to the advantage of Cheetahs. His quick hands went straight to Andrew Bradley, and his clearing kick is going to be mopped up by Sam Rowland. He's got about 10 metres on any other Glenelg player, Sam Rowland, and now kicks towards the 50-metre line. Riley Knight off hands. Curran taken high, wins a free kick at half back. Kobe Much just grabbed him around the neck. Oh, horrible kick. He's missed the target. It's at half forward. Dylan Lant did some hard work. He's under pressure. Just got the handball away. Well done from Andrew Bradley to stretch. He kicked wide to the ruckman in Hanneth. He had some time, had a bit of a fumble, then went down the line. Brett Turner in a one-on-one with Stengel. Good tackle from Stengel. Cheetahs is there as well and takes it over the line. Well done by all players there. Some good footy. And we'll have a throw-in. This is the SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro electric SUV range. It's landed, and for Amy, lucky with Amy, Paul Bonsor Mark Ross.
Needed to look longer than Jack Hanneth when he had that ball in hand there. He needed to kick it down the line and give McBean a chance rather than kick it to a 50-50 contest.
So that little fumble put himself under pressure, didn't he? As throw in.
Free kick to Partington there, being held on to.
He was held on to, almost thrown backwards.
Yeah, umpire was he was around the other side of the contest. He just wasn't able to see it.
So another restart. Redden again wins a hit out. Snook went low, caught one high. Wins the free kick. Centre wing broadcast side. Matty Snook. What a warrior for the Tigers. Kicks inside forward 50. Hosey's got the fly here. Big punch from Cameron. The front of the pack, working hard. It's Hosey again. Roland tackles him. Now the clearing kick went straight up in the air. Went about 20 metres from Pudney. Snook's there. Dribble one inside forward 50. Well done by Rory Lehman. Got handball to Pudney. Now to Sign-Off. Now down the wing. Ferns is going to mark on the chest in front of Curran. Jack Ferns. Again on this broadcast side. Kicks down to a one-on-one contest. Proud and Menzel. Proud grabbed it. Now tackled by Cheetahs. Just trying to force it towards the line. And finds his target. Gets it over the line. We'll have a throw-in.
It'd be interesting to see how Maxi Proud responds to the matchup with Dan Menzel at the moment, because Menzel's really leaning into the footy a lot, and Max seems a bit disjointed in the way he's going about things. The current matchup with Ferns is a concern for the Bays at the moment as well. Ferns is doing a really, really good job of curtailing Curran's influence.
So Riley Knight got a little kick away from that clearance, from that stoppage, I should say. Partington tackled by Kobe Much. And we'll have another stoppage. It's been really busy, Kobe Much, hasn't he?
He has. It's been. It's not so much the statistics; it's also the work he's doing off the footy. It's really been really good in the clinches.
No score yet in the second quarter on the SANFL Lawyers scoreboard. What's your claim worth? 5-2 to 2-2. And we've gone just over 4 minutes in the second term. Laurenex cleaning clock 1300. Laurenex delivering professional commercial office cleaning. There's the restart. Riley Knight just went off the ground. Gus Poole come and met it, broke a tackle, got the handball out to Redden. Jared Redden drills a pass inside forward 50, goes over the head of Troy Menzel. It's close to the boundary line, and Jack Ferns just bumps Curran over the line. We'll have a throw in next to the Eagles behind post.
It's going to sound a little bit horrible, but for someone who doesn't have the most natural football ability, Jack Ferns, geez, he does a good job. He just plays his role perfectly. He's the perfect role player.
Yep.
And he's not fussed about the role. Just give me a role, coach, and I'll play it for you.
That's exactly right. Important. Throw in.
It's the most unselfish type of player you wish to have.
And all clubs need those players.
Oh, definitely. There's the teams that don't have them tend to be the ones that struggle a little bit. Bay's biggest issue at the moment, when they do get the ball inside 50, they just can't hold it there. It just comes out quicker than it goes in.
There's another ball up. Pudney tried to get the handball out. That was smothered. Comes out to Stengel. He goes around the corner on the right boot. It's bouncing towards Troy Menzel. Now it's in the goal square. Dangerous. Pudney onto the footy. Kick was smothered. Allen just going to thump it out of the danger zone. And it's a good kick. Found Klusky.
Encouraged by Klusky. He had no idea what was behind him, but he kept his eyes on the footy and took a really strong mark.
Jack Klusky goes on the 45 to Darcy Bailey. Still at half back for the Tigers. It's an excellent kick. Found Andrew Bradley. He goes to the middle of the ground looking for Snook. An excellent kick as well. He's got Partington running by him. Gives it to him now. Oh, Partington had a little bit of a fumble. Had to put him under pressure. Puts it inside forward 50. Horrible little kick, really. Forwards, no chance. Cheetahs is there. The handball to Junfer. And he kicks it down the wing. Glenelg have numbers here. It's a 2-on-1. Ferns did well. Curran wrapped up in a tackle. And Jack Ferns, we're just speaking about him, does the little things, the team things. Plays a tackle and gets a stoppage.
Oh, he's destroying Curran at the moment. Curran's got the jitters. Every time he goes near the ball, he can't mark it. He can't get free kick. He can't get out to get a kick.
Redden got the tap to Poole. Poole goes over the top to Riley Knight. Couldn't take the footy, went off the ground, came to Agnew. He was under pressure, got it back to Snook. His handball was smothered. That kick was smothered. Now Durden just goes straight up in the air. Redden and Hanneth. Redden in front. They let it bounce. And it's going to go over the boundary line. This is the SANFL Statewide Super League for the Kia Niro electric SUV range.
That's
landed.
Right there why I don't like that rule, mate. He was just bundled out of the way by an Eagles opponent. The ball's bounced out of play and it's now going to be a free kick for the Eagles. That right there is why I don't like the rule. The Eagles player never went for the ball. The umpire needed to play a free kick the other way.
Lonergan has the free kick. Kicks it inside forward 50. Comatigiani in front of Virgin. Junfer's in there as well. Little kick from Comatigiani forward. Stengel marks it in the pocket. Well, there's nothing wrong with that hamstring because I didn't think it was a chance and he got to it the last couple of steps.
He doesn't have the knee bandaged up either, so he's obviously not showing them anything.
So Stengel on the boundary line will kick around the corner.
He'll kick this.
And trying to put the Eagles' 6th goal on the board. Tyson Stengel goes around the body, not a problem. Oh, something from the top shelf from Tyson Stengel.
Some aggressive intent. They've done that. Then they've settled down really, really quickly and they've taken total control of the game all over the field.
Second goal for Tyson Stengel and the Eagles 6-2 lead the Tigers 2-2 on the SANFL Lawyers scoreboard. What's your claim worth? By just waiting for Channel 7 to come back for an ad break, and now they do. There's the bounce. Snook is in there working hard for the Tigers, so is Redden. Just got a little handball backwards. Billy Stretch, he had it, then lost it. Lonergan had it, little kick sideways. There's some holding going on between Bradley and Cheetahs. Umpire lets it go. Kobe Much goes off the ground, not 15, marked by Virgin, dropped the footy. And Sinor picked it up, kicked it inside forward 50. Troy Menzel wrapped up Agnew in a tackle. And well done, Brad Agnew. Got there first, took the footy. The tackle from Troy Menzel was just as good.
I can't speak highly enough at the moment though of Kobe Much and the work he's doing inside as a midfielder. He's not getting the stats, but geez, he's doing a lot of hard work. There he is again.
He's on the bottom of the pack. And the umpire will come in and have another stoppage.
Quality human too, Kobe. I've met him a couple of times. A really nice lad.
He's a nice lad.
And just don't mind admitting, I tried to get him to the Norwood Footy Club. Just weren't able to do it.
Can't have him. Tulpas got the handball to Much. And he was tackled by Martini. That's holding the ball.
Great tackle.
Yeah, excellent work. Speak about hard workers, Alex Martini done a great job for the Tigers this year. Locked in the spot at half-back.
Hayes would want to get the next goal. They don't want to be 5 goals down early in this game because we know what the Eagles are like when they get confidence.
Big fly from McBean, takes the mark at half-back. He goes short, dangerous kick. Oh, courage from both players, Bradley and Komatigiani. And you can hear the applause from the crowd. That was just outstanding footy from both players.
So the difficulties the Bayers are having at the moment, they're trying to play the same method today as they have all year. The Eagles are playing it a little bit smarter and different. The Bays like to play a high possession game on a windy day that is not ideal.
Ball came out the back of the pack to Durden. Darcy Bailey. Broadcast side goes short, hits up Motlop, centre wing. Motlop's going back to Durden. And now Durden, short kick back to Bradley. Or Bailey, I should say. Bailey handballs to Motlop. He kicks to the 50-metre line. Reynolds in front. Now it's Kluski. Kluski broke a tackle and then kicked it straight to Luke Thompson. And Luke Thompson will hold it up.
Did really well then, Kluski, but they were just sloppy with the kick. Need to get some height on it, give his forwards a opportunity to jump at it.
Kicks back down the line. Martini flew at the front of the pack. Gus Paul just left it for Pudney. Running onto it, Maxi Proud. Handball to Partington and forced over the boundary line by Riley Knight. And there'll be a throw in. This is the SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia. All new Kia Niro electric SUV range, available as a hybrid, plug-in hybrid and full electric vehicle. And for Amy, who supports community footy, Amy does. Paul Bonsor Mark Ross with you. 4-goal lead to the Eagles, the SANFL Lawyers scoreboard. What's your claim worth? There's a throw in. Hayes into the ruck with Pink. Ball just comes loose. Hayes again on the ground. Just tapped it out to Riley Knight. Slaps it inside 50. Dan Menzel in a 1-on-1. Well done, Maxi Proud. Got the fist in there. Then a little handball to Martini. He takes it across the line. Well done, Max Proud.
I haven't enjoyed the work of Hosey, and I've enjoyed Hosey's mark. I haven't enjoyed the work of him and Reynolds at the moment, trying to help their team by keeping the ball inside 50. They're giving out sloppy handballs. They're not laying shepherds. They're not even really hitting the contest with any sort of ferocity since the early part of the game.
There's a throw in. Hayes went with a big over the back punch. Fell to Komatigiani. Good tackle from Virgin. And the umpire crosses himself. We'll have another ball up. We've gone 12 and a half minutes. Laurenex Cleaning Clock, 1300 Laurenex, delivering professional commercial office cleaning. Second term. Bradley trying to get his Tigers back in, gave it to Virgin. His hurried kick was marked by Paddy Jafrida in the middle of Adelaide Oval. Kicks to the pocket. Menzel and Ferns goes over the back. Menzel tries to keep it in, does, and the ball bounces out in front of Curran. And we're about 5 or 10 metres around from the Eagles' behind post. They've been attacking. The ball's been in that half most of the quarter, Rossi.
Oh, they're clearly the better team at the moment. As I said, they've got control of the game. They're pretty much playing it all on their terms. And the Bays look a little bit spooked and worried about what might be happening rather than what is happening.
Troy Menzel doing the ruck work there. Ben Junfer throws himself in. Reed Cooler for the Tigers. And we'll have another stoppage after that throw in. 4-goal lead to the Eagles on the CNF Lawyers scoreboard. What's your claim worth? Troy Menzel again in the ruck against Proud. Can't get the ball away. The handball comes out to Virgin. Now to Turner. His kick under pressure goes to half-back. Running onto it, Tumpus left it behind. Tried to feed the handball to Sinor. It's all Glenelg there, 2-on-1. Beacon stepped in, picked up the footy, and he was tackled. And again, we'll have another stoppage.
So in footy, we talk a lot about inside-outside method. And the Eagles have got it spades at the moment. They've got it all. They hold all the cards in regards to their inside-outside method. The Bays are a little bit all over the place. They're either hunting the footy in big numbers. There's 2 or 3 of them going to the footy at once, which you actually like, but you need some common sense that when the ball comes out, you've got someone on the outside. That's well done.
Glenelg picked up the footy and ran away. Positive stuff. Reverse torp inside 50. Well done by Thompson. Just led McBean to the footy. Now he was tackled. Cameron just tried to dribble a handball out to Junfer. They're under pressure, the Eagles. Glenelg looked better here. Glenelg again working hard. Got a little chip kick inside. Reynolds couldn't quite take the mark. Gave it to McBean. McBean dribbles one forward. Last man standing in the goal square, Luke Thompson. And the Eagles are going to get out of trouble again. His short kick's been marked by Tompus in the back pocket.
I was watching Thompson then. He was absolutely exhausted from the previous contest, but he willed himself to get back to the goal square to defend that. That was going to be a goal if he didn't.
Tompus long kick down the line, close to the boundary line. Kept in by Reed Cooler. Turner tackled by Much. Threw the ball out to Bradley. Quick hands from him to Cooler. He goes around the corner, dribbles it inside 50. Sinor and Bailey. Well done, both players. And we'll have a stoppage on the mark of 50. Great grand final. 15.5 minutes gone. Laurinet's cleaning clock. Second term. Snook running on the footy. Got it to Klusky. This way, that way. Oh, good pressure from Hayes. Right at the last minute. And that's hurt him. It's hurt both players, really. The ball's gone out of bounds in the scoreboard pocket. The Eagles will take the free kick.
Klusky had a short metre handball there to Bailey. He just had to dish it out. He had no awareness of what was going on around him, and that's why he sprayed it. He did everything right until he didn't handball the ball.
Good pressure from Jack Hayes running in late, though.
Yeah, it was good pressure, but he still had to handball. If he handballed earlier, then it wouldn't have been an issue.
Jafrida down the line, close to the line, and thumped into the crowd by Ben Junfer, who dramatically flew over the top. Don't forget Rosser Boy Player of the Day, Rossi. Top up with cheeky Tilly Riesling. SANFL Lawyers scoreboard. Watch your Claimworth Eagles still lead it by 4 goals, 6-2 to 2-2. The throw in, Pink thumped it inside 50. Reynolds, good clean gather. Gave it to Snook by hand. Into the pocket, McBean wanted the free kick, and the umpire said it went out of bounds. Free kick to Luke Thompson. See this on the replay, Rossi. Thought he was held, McBean.
It was a bit of both, actually. They were both holding each other, so play it on. Good decision up.
So the kick in.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh, that's horrible. Kick into Thompson, from Thompson to Cameron. Cameron tried to hit Riley Knight, who was pretty much by himself, and just went over his head and out on the full.
Well, if you stand on the boundary line, Riley probably deserves to go over your head.
Luke Reynolds will take the free kick. Kicks from 58 metres, just going to put it to the goal square. Where's Hosey? There he is, almost clung onto it. Couldn't quite finish, and the ball's on the ground. Umpire is hovering and says, give it to me. Keep an eye on Darcy Bailey here. He's normally around about the footy in these ball ups close to goal. Likes to get his hands on the footy. And in the end, we're going to have another stoppage. Ball's not going anywhere. So the top of the Glenelg goal square. They need one, the base. Jack Hayes and Pink. Went to Darcy Bailey almost. Just had a little fumble. Allowed Roland in. Got the clearing kick away to centre half forward. Dan Menzel made a contest. Thumped it out in front of Curran. He was tackled by Ferns. Now Reynolds running onto it. Good tackle by Junfer. Ferns is there to help. And the umpire's seen something, has he?
I think he said throw. I think he said he threw it. I don't know if he did, but he certainly said he did. Junfer's not happy though. I thought it was a really good layoff handball, but we're a lot further away than the umpires.
So Luke Reynolds has the free kick. He's about 75 from goal.
He brought him to ground after he disposed of the ball then, Junfer.
Big punch from Hayes in that pack. Cameron. Handballed it straight to Matt Allen. Now to beat McBean. Goes to the top of the square. Eagles are there. So is Bailey. Now Much on the ground. Try to get it to Comatigiani. Snook outside of the boot. The Eagles are 2-on-1. Jafreda with the spoil. And it goes out of bounds. The Eagles' offence is under pressure, but it's holding up, Rossi.
Their back six has been terrific all day. They actually match up really well on the base. I was looking at some of their matchups with Giafrida and Hosey. And Thompson quite often goes to McBean, but he also goes to Pink at times. And then you've got Beacon, who's doing a really good job on Motlop. They just know what they're doing, and they do it really simple. It's really simple what they're doing, but they do it well.
There's a throw in. Went from Jack Hayes to Riley Knight and out of bounds. So we'll have another ball in.
The Bays are missing that really smart, crafty, small forward type at the moment, who can keep a lot of pressure on when the ball's in there, but also kick some goals, e.g. a Stengel type. There's not many of them around though.
6-2 to 2-2, SENFL Lawyers scoreboard. What's your claim worth? Riley Knight just had a little bit of a fumble and his handball went into the leg of Sinor. Just allowed Stretch to come in, but he was tackled by Pudney. And we'll have another stoppage. Still inside Glenelg's forward 50. Hayes got the tap, but it's coming back. Billy Stretch puts it up in the McBean direction, going back with the flight Cheetahs and smothered the kicker Klusky. And went off hands and out of bounds. So we'll have another throw in.
I really like Jimmy Thomas' game so far.
Yeah, he's been good too.
He's been really good. He's been really clean with his disposal. He's had 14 of them be the highest possession winner on the ground along with Schnook, but it's the way he's used the ball and the way he's set his team up. It's been really effective. I've loved Thompson's game too.
Hayes and Pink. It's a throw in.
It's
push in the back every day. Umpire said play on. He was on the wrong side, the umpire, but from where we sat.
Well, then they're all on the bloody wrong side. Why don't you get on the right side so you can see the right decision? It's clearly in the back. Clearly.
Lucky to get away with that one, Troy Menzel. There's the ball up. Beacon. Little handball intercepted by Pink. Now Pudney to Knight. Reverse Torp. It clears the area. Lonergan, good use of the body in front. Now goes around the corner. Martini's going to lead Stengel to this one. Just hit it back to Proud. That was intelligent. Now Virgin. Handballs to Proud. Now Agnew. So Glenelg will attack again. Inside forward 50. Reynolds floats across. Couldn't grab it.
Gotta mark that.
He marks them every day of the week. He marks them for fun like that. Just couldn't put his hands on the footy. Here's Brett Turner. Broke a tackle and his kick was smothered out of bounds. Luke Reynolds, he's just not quite there today.
Thompson's been on in the majority of the time. I know Thompson's gone to McBean a couple of occasions, but 9 times out of 10 he's on Reynolds and he's killed Reynolds, to be fair. Lehman's the one who's doing a good job on McBean. Thompson's doing a good job on Reynolds, and Ozzy's been stitched up well and truly since that first mark and goal that he took by Giuffreda.
Big tap from Redden, who worked to the front. Durden really didn't want to bend over and pick it up, so just allowed it to go out of bounds. We have another throw in right in front of our SEN SA commentary position.
He looked like he was about 75 trying to bend over to grab that.
Did look old, didn't he?
Jesus, Sammy, it's going to be a long few years ahead of you if you can't bend over at your age.
This is SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro electric SUV range. It's landed, and for Amy, lucky you're with Amy.
It's a free kick again.
There's the throw in. Handball from Much to Cheetahs. Down the line, well taken by Curran, but he's tackled straight away by Ferns. Got to get used to that, Curran. He's going to be with you all day. They've turned it over. Hannah gave it to Stengel. Tyson Stengel kicks out in front of Dan Menzel.
Well done, Proud.
And Max Proud got the spoil and then got the footy and kicked to Brett Turner. Broadcast side. Proud starting to get involved. Goes short to Klusky. There's something off the ball there. Redden and Snook. Not sure what happened there. Watch out. Here comes Michael Virgin to hit Redden. That's a bit of a mismatch. And in the meantime, the ball's been marked inside forward 50 by Marlon Motlop. Close to the wing. Close to the boundary, rather.
You watch there, mate. I'll watch what's going on with Redden. He clearly hit him off the ball. And every player that was within the vicinity that's wearing a Bays jumper has gone over to Redden and tell him. He's had Bradley, Virgin, Snook, Hanneth. They've all tried to put him down at one stage. And he went down hoping to reverse the kick, but he didn't get it.
Motlop has one. Looks nice off the boot, just not coming back. Just held its line. Went through for a minor score. Glenelg 2-3. The Eagles 6-2 on the SENFL Lawyers scoreboard. What's your claim worth?
Credit to Maxi Proud then. He had a 2-on-1 and he beat them both. To give, I thought it was going to be a sure thing goal for the Eagles Footy Club, but he did it really, really well to give them that opportunity. Well, the Bays are actually having a moment. They're having a moment in the game, the last 5 minutes. They just need to put something on the scoreboard. What they don't want now is Eagles to go down the other end and get a goal.
So Tumpus took a nice mark, went down the line, used his body well, did Ferns on Curran.
He's smashed Curran. And as the captain, he needs to lift.
Took the chest mark. Centre wing, broadcast side. Sun shining at Adelaide Oval. Kicks down the line. It's a 3-on-1 here. And Dan Menzel gave away the free kick on Max Proud. Another win to Max Proud. Thought about the switch, still thinking about it. Now does. Goes to Dylan Land. in his defensive 50.
I'm sorry, Bons, what was the point of that switch?
Not sure. Can't help you. Now he goes to Durden, who's in the back pocket.
Bradley's on now.
Who comes back up the middle. Andrew Bradley. He's got Max Proud out here broadcast side. In fact, goes sideways to Virgin.
Partington's on.
So Virgin, longer to Partington. Tompkins is closing. Partington just used the body, nudged him underneath the footy and took it and kicked down towards the 50-metre line. Motlop and Beacon. Beacon did best. Did well, Luke Beacon. Kicked down the line, Riley Knight by himself. Should go, but just held up a little. Now kicks to Jack Hayes. Half forward, Hayes takes the mark over Agnew. Lonergan's running on for him, but squares it. Cheetahs by himself. Inside 50, long way from home. It'll take his best kick. And I think he's reasonably confident here. No, he's looking for it to hand it off and goes.
Pudney's on the far side.
The other side to Pudney. A lot tighter angle, but a little bit closer.
So if I'm a Glenelg supporter right now, I'm a little bit concerned with what I just saw then with Beacon easily taking care of Motlop and then easily again taking care of McBain in a 50-50 contest. And they weren't even disappointed. They don't even from this distance look that disappointed, McBain and Motlop, and what they just produced for their club there, but it was pretty poor. Beacon's just a 19-year-old kid. He just wanted the ball more. That was all. It was well played by him, but he just wanted the ball more than those two did.
So, Rossi, we saw 7 goals kicked in the first term. There's only been 1 goal kicked by the Eagles in this term. As Pudney lines up, he'll kick from 48 metres on about a 50-degree angle. Might have been touched off the boot. In fact, it wasn't touched at all. It just was a horrible kick out on the full.
He's not the best shot for goal putts. Jeez, he runs hard all day. Brings to them just what they need on that far wing, though. But there wasn't a... I was about to say before he kicked it, this is not his strength. It
was not a Barossa boy moment. You can top up with Cheeky Tilly Riesling, get free shipping on all orders over a dozen. But the kick in from Dylan Lance being marked by Jack Hayes as a siren sounds for half-time. Entertaining grand final here. And at half-time, the Eagles lead it. They're 6-2-38. Glenelg 2-3-15. Rossi, it's been a great contest so far.
Yeah, that's probably what that quarter is what we said might happen as we were talking pre-game about this being a dour struggle with not too much open running footy, and that's what we got that quarter. I mean, the Eagles kicked a goal in the first few minutes, and then the Bays kicked that point late, and that was what we had for the quarter. So only 7 points. You know, even Lonergan when he's going through there as well. I've liked Senor's game as well. He's been fantastic, and I've mentioned Kobe Much and Riley Knight and how good they've been. They're probably 2 of the 3 best men on the ground. That's the difference. Midfield's winning every time, mate. You know that.
It's all about the midfield.
No one else matters, to be honest.
Players just going through their final warm-ups, and we're not far away from a start here in the second half of the SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final for Kia. The all-new Kia Niro electrical SUV range is available as a hybrid, as a plug-in hybrid or a full electric vehicle. And for Amy, who supports SANFL Community Footy, Amy does. It's Paul Bonsor and Mark Ross with you, as we have been for the whole SANFL season, with a special guest appearance by Fitzmagic, Miles Fitzer. Done a couple of games for us early.
Who?
Yeah, you know that guy. We love Fitz.
We haven't...
Great man. He'll be listening for sure.
We haven't... Oh, yeah, will be. Great man. And gee, what a great year he's had as well. He did some terrific calling for SEN Station in the AFL footy, and he certainly was part of teaching us how to go about our craft, wasn't he? And he'll tell you, he'll take the credit for it.
And he's won people a lot of money on the SEN track this year too, don't worry about that.
And he'll tell you that he's won people a lot of money.
He'll tell you, don't worry about it. No problem. All right, so the Eagles lead it 6-2-38 to Glenelg 2-3-15 on the Lorinex cleaning scoreboard. 1300 Lorinex, they're delivering professional cleaning for your club, as players making their way to their positions.
They call this the premiership quarter, Bonds. I've never really understood why, but I'll tell you, I do today, because if the Bays can come back in this quarter, they're a chance of winning this premiership. If the Eagles have a big quarter, it's all over.
I agree.
So it will be the premiership quarter this quarter, possibly?
Yeah, I think if this margin stays at that 20-plus points at three-quarter time, I'm not sure Glenelg can come back in a grand final by that sort of margin.
Yeah, I won't write them off just yet, but to be fair, it's just their use of the footy, as I said, I haven't really liked. And if they can tidy that up going into this third quarter, I think they're going to be a lot better off. I noticed they're starting pretty much the way they started the game. So Partington, Schnook, Turner and Hanneth will be against Much, Knight, Cheetahs and Redden. I think where the Eagles have a terrific football club, and where they've done it really well against the Bays this year in particular and in the final so far is through that middle of the ground where the game is won, they match up really well, but they match up particularly well on their forwards. They match up well on Reynolds, Hosey, McBean. They've got the defenders that can go with them. They don't match up with them so well at the other end of the ground. And that's why the Eagles are in front. So far, long way to go though.
Long way to go.
You'd be getting a bit nervous as an Eagles man, wouldn't you?
No, I'm all good. There's the bounce. Redden won the tap down to Riley Knight. Quick hands looking for Pudney. In fact, it was Jumper. He was taken high, had his head over the footy and was hit by Matt Allen. Bit of push and shove off the ball, but Jumper, one of the toughest players in the SANFL, just got straight up.
Put a bit of mayo on it.
Rubbed the dreadlocks and went, away we go. Got the kick away just in time. It's close to the boundary line. Will roll out and Max Pratt will take the relieving kick on the outer wing. So he'll go short down the line, backing back Kobe Much. Riley Knight, quick hands to Jumper, inside to Cheetahs. The Magarey medalist kicks inside forward 50. Troy Menzel on a lead, well spoilt by Agnew. Ferns working hard, just got it off the ground. It was kick smothered as well. In comes Troy Menzel, fed the handball out to Paul, to Cheetahs. Just patiently goes back to Riley Knight on a lead to Dan Menzel just over his head. Martini and Stengel. Martini took possession and dribbled it out. Here's Pudney, picked up the footy, tackled by Stretch. Gave the handball to Jack Hayes. Now back to Much. Much goes to the goal square. Gus Bull on the chest has taken the mark. It was an excellent kick from Kobe Much. And Gus Paul will have a shot from the top of the goal square, straight in front.
Well, you mentioned Pooley being in the right spot at the right time, but it was just the vision and the kick from Kobe Much. He's having a terrific final so far.
And here comes Gus Paul. Slots his first for the day. First one of the second half goes to the Eagles. They're 7-2. Glenelg.
He just threw it on the boot. Could see there was someone in the goal square and hit him up straight away. I shouldn't say he threw it. He definitely looked up first to notice Pooley running into that space. Really good kick from Kobe Much. Good start from the Eagles, and one more and it will make the Bays coaching panel, players and supporters very, very nervous.
Redden and Hannah back in the middle. There's the bounce. It's a good one too. Again, Redden wins it. Took it out the ruck. Handball to Much. He had a fumble. Cheetahs grabbed the footy. His kick was smothered. Much is going to run onto this on the 50-metre line. Handball's back to Paul. Gus Paul is going to put it to the top of the square. Jack Hayes! Oh, the Eagles look dangerous now. Jack Hayes has marked it 20 out on a 25-degree angle and should just go back and kick it.
First thing I noticed looking around the ground is 18's Bays blokes with their hands on their hips and their heads gone down already. That is not a good sign. So early in this quarter, Jack's got to kick the goal first though. These are the ones he can sometimes lean back on a little bit and spray. So big kick this for the Eagles.
Jack Hayes comes in and he's put it through. Two early ones in the third term for the Eagles. They're now 8-2. Glenelg.
Centre of the square. To be honest, I think I would have put McBean in there and see if we can get some run around the ground as well. But because Pink against Redden, well, Redden really should handle this easily.
So Redden is well on top today in the middle of the ground. And Kobe Much got some important touches there again. Created the second goal for the Eagles this third term. And there's the bounce. Redden just took it out the ruck again. His handball missed the target. Partington's onto it. Lays a tackle, Redden, doing everything. Just got it away to Turner, who drives it inside forward 50 for Glenelg. Hanath in the ruck in the marking contest. Ball fell to the front. Roland got a long handball out. Bailey, good tackle from Cheetahs. And we saw an excellent tackle from him in the second semi. And concussed Will Chandler. Bailey was wanting to get away. Excellent tackle.
Fantastic tackle. 9 times out of 10 he would have got him high, and just a brilliant tackle, lowered his hips.
Here's Much again. It's a clearing kick. Ferns try to tap it to the advantage of Stengel. Comes out the back. Quick hands were beautiful to Riley Knight. Goes to Troy Menzel. Takes the mark in front of Agnew. 30 metres out from goal. And he'll go back and have a shot for his third.
It's pretty easy at the moment.
It's a bit of a training run for the Eagles.
They're just cones at the moment, the Bays. They can't get anywhere near it. I think they've only had about 4 or 5 possessions for the entire quarter so far. Gee, Troy Menzel's looked really dangerous today. He's such a good player when he leads straight out at the footy. He's got a good pair of hands and a good vertical leap. You sometimes wonder why he doesn't play out of the goal score more often.
Kick from 30, slight angle, in he comes. And he sprayed this one. It's going across the face, through for a minor score. Eagles are 8 goals 3. Glenelg 2 goals 3. See on Laurenex Cleaning scoreboard, 1300 Laurenex, professional cleaning for your club. We've gone almost 6 minutes in the third term. Once again, thanks to Laurenex Cleaning. The kick out from Glenelg has been marked by Jack Hayes. He's just getting better as the game goes on.
He's having a major influence on the game. There's no doubt about it. He had a really good first half. He started this quarter on fire.
Kicks it inside forward 50. Ferns with the spoil from behind. Fell to Dylan Lant. He got it quickly on the boot. He kicked it straight to Ben Junfer. 49 metres out, Ben Junfer. He's just going back. He thinks he's got the distance, the defender.
What's the biggest margin the Bays came back from this year? It was 48 points against Norwood. We were there.
Against Norwood.
48 points. It's getting pretty close to that now. It's 36 at the moment.
So Junfer will kick from about 51, 52 metres. Good looking kick off the boot, but it's just fading a little. Had plenty of distance. Through for a minor score. Eagles go to 8 goals 4. Glenelg 2-3 on the Laurenex Cleaning scoreboard, 1300 Laurenex.
It's a bit of a panic kick from Dylan Lamb when he's coming out of defence though. He just threw it on the boot hoping for the best. If he looked up, it was always 3 Eagles players just standing there.
So he goes, sorry mate, he goes straight down the middle of the ground this time, Lant. Junfer runs onto the foot, he got taken high, wins a free kick. It's all Eagles at the moment. Goes inside forward 50. In the 44, Troy Menzel now. But Glenelg are going to get the clearance here. Working hard as Lant. Faked the handball, then kicked to centre half forward. Hanneth came through, went through his hands. Ball fell to Toby Pink. His snap at goal is bouncing and through for a minor score. Glenelg 2 goals 4. Eagles 8 goals 4. Laurenex Cleaning scoreboard, 1300 Laurenex. The SANFL Statewide Super League. For Kia Niro SUV electric range it's landed. And for Amy, lucky you're with Amy. Paul Bonsor Mark Ross with you.
Pretty sure the Bays haven't kicked a goal since about the 17.5 minute mark of the first quarter.
That is correct. And there's some holding off the footy. It's going the way of Jared Rennan. So Reid Cooler just put the block on Redden. The umpire saw it. He goes to Much. Broadcast side, centre wing. Marks in front of Martini. Kobe Much. Wobbly kick forward. Durden's going to mark this. Just. In fact, he juggled it over the line and we'll have a throw in. Boundary umpire was right there. Sam Durden's not that happy, but it's pretty much exactly what happened.
Take the ball first time, mate. It won't be an issue.
Good umpiring. So in the shadow of the Western stand, about 60 around from the Eagles' goal. Redden tried to get to the front. Bradley working hard for the Bays. He's tackled by Cheetahs. We'll have a stoppage. There's a big tap inside 50. Paul just tried to let the ball go past him. Quick hands from the Bays, from Cooler to Turner. Now they've a little bit of a fumble from Agnew's allowed the Eagles in. Lonergan's there. He's wrapped up in a tackle and we'll have a stoppage. So the Bays should have been away there, but just a little fumble.
Yeah, first goal all over again when the Eagles got their first goal. The Bays had ample opportunities to get rid of the footy again then and get it forward, and they're just mucking around with it. And there's fumbles or over handballing or at their feet. And the Eagles, you watch, they'll kick a goal in a sec.
Tupis was clean and he got it forward. Hayes wanted to push in the back, or the Eagles fans wanted to push in the back. Agnew in trouble.
Here it is.
And out the back, Kobe Much kicks the goal. Well, it was a great tackle to kick the Eagles' 9th goal. They're 9-4. Glenelg 2-4. Laurenex Cleaning scoreboard, 1300 Laurenex.
Be very easy for people to miss. The handball from Jack Hayes to Kobe Much to kick that goal was elite. Because amongst about 3 or 4 opponents, he just took the ball really cleanly, handed it off. He's having a terrific start to this quarter, let alone the game.
Kicked the first 3 goals of the third term, the Eagles. And it's now a 42-point margin. Lonergan did the clearance again. Comatigiani kicked it straight up in the air. Lonergan's in there, handballed over his head to Turner. Brett Turner kicked it forward. But again, there's no smooth method with Glenelg. It's just thumping it forward and hoping it goes to one of their teammates. Rowland got the ball at half-back, kicked it down the line. Jack Hayes again takes the mark. He's got Lonigan at centre half forward, goes over his head. Eagles have the numbers. Comatigiani ran onto it, outside of the boot to the goal square. It's bouncing across the face of goal. Both Menzel's boys see it out. They touched it before it did. In fact, they hit the behind post, they're saying, so it will be Glenelg free kick.
You would have been watching the ball then, mate. I was watching, as soon as the Eagles took control of the footy then, Stengel took the punt and ran forward. Martini just watched the ball. If the Eagles bloke had actually lowered his eyes then and seen Stengel, it was an easy goal. I'm not blaming the Eagles bloke for not seeing it. I'm blaming Martini for just letting him go. Can't take a punt, mate. You're 40-odd points down.
Kick out has been thumped over the line by Jack Hayes, so we'll have a throw-in. This is SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro electric SUV range, and for Amy, lucky you're with Amy, Paul Bonsor Mark Ross on your home of sport, SEN SA, calling the SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final. The Eagles in control at the moment. Hayes won the tap. Turner's there, Lonigan's there, and again the ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have another throw-in, do it all again.
My father just texted me and said the fat lady has son, and he's an Eagle supporter.
Well,
he's on the wagon straight away.
So the throw-in. It's going to be Hayes and Pink. Pink won this tap down easily, but Sinor's first won the footy. Good hands to Hayes, to Much. Going around the corner, Kobe Much inside 50. Maxi Proud is there, and the ball comes off his hands and out of bounds. So we'll have a throw-in in the Eddie Bats pocket, about 30 metres around from the Eagles' goal, who lead by 42 points on the Laurenex Cleaning scoreboard. 1300 Laurenex. We've gone 13 minutes thanks to Laurenex Cleaning, delivering professional commercial office cleaning. There's a throw-in. Dan Menzel just pushed Proud out of that contest. Junfer on his knees, tackled by two Bay players. One of them is Bailey. And Spade holding the ball. So Matty Snook will win the free kick. I don't think Matty Snook knew he had the free kick there. Had a confused look up at the umpire.
I think the umpire just thought, oh, I can't be bothered bouncing it again. Give someone a free kick. Got to do something for the Bays. They're not generating anything of themselves.
He's kicked to the outer wing. McBean's there. Sinor tried to get it to Pudney. Much again in the contest. And it goes out of bounds, so we'll have another throw in. Kobe Much, third quarter. In fact, he had a little handball out.
Handballed out, so just it's the last touch rule. Your rule, mate.
That's okay. Darcy Bailey. He's at half back for Glenelg. Kicks down the line. McBean and Reynolds. Jafrida with a spoil. Good hands from Matt Allen to Pink. But Pink had a little fumble. Thompson for the Eagles now. He went to ground, gave it to Jafrida. Tried to feed the handball through to Hayes. Good looping handball intercepted by Brett Turner. Goes inside forward 50. Here's a chance for the Bays. Comatigiani went to spoil, ended up marking it.
Jesus, played well.
So the Comet kicks out in front of Toompas. He's got Roland running for him and gives him the handball. 2-on-1 here, and Martini takes the mark.
Stengel must be off the ground at the moment. Yeah, he is. Just wondering how Martini managed to get so loose there.
So Martini kicks down the line. Reynolds flew, again couldn't take the mark. Roland lays a tackle, and we'll have a stoppage about 55 around from Glenelg's goal. Bit of push and shove between Comatigiani and Klusky.
Geez, you're not used to Reynolds not marking those types of footies. He couldn't catch a cold today, could he? He's really, really struggled with the ball marking contest.
Redden won the tap. Outside of the boot kick has been marked by Michael Virgin. Called to play on. Stepped off the mark, but he had Matty Snook leading up for him and hit him.
So one move the Bays have made, they've moved Matty Allen forward to try and give them a bit of a different dimension up there.
Long kick inside 50. McBean almost took the mark. He's tapped it to Matty Allen, and Allen's tackled by Sinor, trying to break the tackle. Both standing up, the players, and the umpire will come in. We'll have a ball up. 25 out from Glenelg's goal. They need one. They need probably three. Billy Stretch dive forward, wrapped up in a tackle by Cheetahs, and again we'll have another stoppage.
I like Matty Snook's game today. He keeps trying his heart out. Matty Snook has been terrific all day. He's heart and soul of this Glenelg Football Club.
Redden on the tap. Pudney. He was tackled as he kicked it by Hosey. Stretched this way, that way. Fed the handball to Partington. Excellent smother from Sinor. A diving smother. Much to the delight of the Eagles faithful here at Adelaide Oval.
that sort of stuff you just love as a supporter of your football club, where blokes actually throw themselves across somebody's boot to smother it out of bounds. Terrific effort by Sinai.
Throw in. Redden again works his way to the front. Comes out the back to Brett Turner. He has a shot at goal, and he's kicked it! Brett Turner just went around the corner. He was
They certainly needed it, mate. It's an understatement of the universe, I know, but you know what they're like? They've generated one. If they can generate another, they'll get a bit of momentum, and we have seen them come back from this position so many times this year, so I'm refusing to write them off. I've just said to the fat lady, just get back inside that cupboard for a couple of minutes and see what happens for the remainder of this quarter.
Is that where you keep her in the cupboard?
Keep her in the cupboard, mate. I need to keep her away from the wife.
So, Glenelg kicked the goal at the 17-minute mark of the first term, and they've kicked their next goal in the 17 minutes mark of the third term.
That should have been holding the ball up.
Ball is in the middle of the ground. Just trying to win it was Cameron. He got it to Thompson. Thompson just kicked it forward. Oh, running Jack Hayes! Comitigiani at the front, took the crumb and kicked inside forward 50 and found Troy Menzel. Take his best kick here.
Sorry, mate, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Dern's pointing his finger around to everyone to go and pick everybody up while he's just trying to get to block the space. I get that, but at the moment you've got all these Eagles players storming forward. Pick up a man. Stop pointing to everybody else and picking it up yourself. Selfishness.
So Troy Menzel has kicked 2 today. He's going to kick from 50, about 48-degree angle, and it's gone well wide and out on the full. So no score. Laurenex cleaning scoreboard sees the Eagles 9-4. Lee Glenelg 3-4. Glenelg going to come broadcast side. Dylan Lant gets the short kick from Durden. He goes short. Max Proud. Just the required distance. He's got Martini if he wants to switch it, but decides to come down the wing. Reynolds in front, went over his head. Cameron took the mark. Again, misreading it there, Luke Reynolds. Cameron trying to decide which is the best option for him. He is going to switch it to his skipper, Thompson. Goes over Thompson's head. It's going to put him under pressure. But he had enough time just to pick it up and go. Kicks to Riley Knight. Got a bad bounce. Went back and got the footy. Virgin's there to help. Little fumble. Over the top to Curran. Curran handballed it to Thompson. Ron jumper. Gives it to Sinor. Thumps it inside 50. Lonergan and Martini. Martini a good spoil. And we'll have a throw in the scoreboard pocket here at Adelaide Oval. And we've gone 19.5 minutes third term. Laurenex cleaning clock. 1300 Laurenex delivering professional commercial office cleaning.
Need to be 2 goals closer at three-quarter time for Bays, and then give him a sneaky chance.
Sneaky chance. Jack Hayes and handball to Cheetahs to Much. Much just goes on the left boot inside forward 50. Contest between Menzel and Virgin. Now a little kick from Comitigiani to Lonergan and Martini. Martini did well, went and got the footy again, but then Ferns just picked it up. Kick towards goal to battle. Dan Menzel takes the mark. Just good use of the body. Falling backwards. Just held Max Proud. And took an excellent mark. Pretty much just outside the goal square. He'll go back, kick from no distance on about a 45-degree angle.
He's looked really nervous all day, Maxi Proud, when it's been that one-on-one contest with Danny. You can see why he's so strong in the core of his hips. Good overhead. And that was all it was there. He just held his ground far better. He was very nervous from the minute the ball went in the air, Maxi, because he's playing from in front. He prefers to play from behind.
When he comes, Dan Menzel slots it. There's the answering goal from the Eagles. He's up and about. Dan Menzel, have a look at him.
A close mate of mine during the week said that the hardest game of all to ever make a comeback is the grand final, which you spoke about at half-time a little bit. And he said, and the reason it's so hard is you keep worrying about the final result rather than the journey to keep yourself in the contest. And he's been a player who's played at the highest level and knows all about it. And, you can see at the moment the Bays, they're trying. They're definitely trying. They're just not capable of producing what the Eagles are. And Redden's absolutely destroyed them this quarter.
He grabbed it out the ruck, gave it to Much, gave it to Cheetahs. McGarry medalist put inside forward 50. Ball's on the turf. Gus Paul, clean pick up. Good tackle though. Just broke the tackle at the last minute. Got it to Pudney. In Dan Menzel direction again. Good spoil from Proud. Running through Junfer. Well done, Snook. Put his body on the line. Dived on the footy. Just wanted it more. Falls to Junfer again. It's in close, tough footy. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. It's almost a play of the day there by Matty Snook. Barossa boy.
Yeah, I thought
top up with cheeky Riesling. He has been outstanding for Glenelg today.
Jumper's performance too was also outstanding. Hayes again with the handball out.
Handball out. Dylan, Lant, and Gus Paul. Pudney ended up with it this way, that way. Kicked it straight up the air. Umpire called play on. It went 15 up, but not 15 long. Again, he goes. Pudney comes out to Jack Hayes. Jack Hayes goes around the corner. It's close. Stengel Martini. I thought Martini took the mark in front. He did. So he will take the free kick right next to the goalpost. Goes short. Finds Dylan Lant. 23 minutes gone. Thanks to Laurenex cleaning. 1300 Laurenex. He's just been all over him. A short kick there was almost cut off by Jack Hayes, but ended up in the hands of Michael Virgin. They're just under pressure every possession here, Glenelg.
I mentioned it really early in the game. Glenelg likes to play that high possession game, and the Eagles haven't allowed them all day. They've been at them, so they can't keep high possession by just handball and kicking it around to one another and getting them involved in the contest. That's a good kick from Partington.
Luke Reynolds dropped the mark again, but in the end, Bradley almost, he's under pressure from Comatigiani. Campbell back to Snook. Partington, the fend off. Now he's got runners outside. One of them's Bailey.
Still didn't hit the target though.
Bailey, squirking inside, corralled by Thompson. So he just had to put it in the Reynolds direction, backing back. The spoil comes, Jafrida, little handball up to Roland, and the clearing kick is going to be marked by Riley Knight. He's got Ferns over the top if he can get it to him. He does now. Eastern wing. Kicks long to Jack Hayes. This is a good ball too from Ferns. Hayes marks on the chest, inside 50, and he'll go back from about 45 on about a 20-degree angle.
Mate, he's only going to play 5% of the last quarter, and he's got the Jack Odie medal as far as I'm concerned. He's having an outstanding game, Jack Hayes, going for his second goal. We said it the last time, about this distance is the distance that spooks him a little bit. He gets a bit wonky as he gets closer to goal, but he's having such an elite game of footy. His contest at ground level as well as in the air has been really, really good all day. He's been hard and strong and been leading from the front of one of the leaders of the Eagles Footy Club.
He has one this quarter. This one's close.
Pump him up and he does that rubbish.
Across the face, through for a minor score. So the Eagles go to 10 goals 5, 65. Glenelg 3-4-22.
It's a perfect matchup for him though. He was standing under dirt and was trying to come back with the fly to the ball. And I'll back Hayes 9 times out of 10 to take that sort of contested mark.
Good kick from Ferns. Just put it over his head in the right spot.
It's been good Ferns.
So Martini's taken the kick in, marked it. Down the line he goes in McBean direction. Rory Lehman is in there for the Eagles. On the ground is Junfer. Snook over the top of him, lucky not to get holding the ball. Umpire said he held it into him, so we'll have a ball up. 70 around from the Eagles goal. Redden and Hanneth.
I don't agree with that.
Redden's going to win the free kick. He's thought that Hanneth was shepherding Redden out. Yeah, I didn't like it either.
No.
Let's just play on for mine.
Yeah. It was either a free kick to Hanneth. There had to be a free kick to Hanneth, to be honest. Although, looking at it again, he did put his arms out a little bit, but he wasn't stopping, and they do that all the time.
Big kick inside forward 50. Ball's on the ground. Quick hands from Curran. Round the corner. And Lonergan takes the mark just outside 50.
They're being bullied at the moment, the Bays, aren't they?
Certainly are. Lonergan kicks to the top of the square. Dan Menzel in front. Stengel hovering. Comes to Matt Allen. He just tries to get it out there in a hurry and running onto a Luke Thompson. Played a fantastic game, the skipper. 26 and a half minutes gone. Laurenex cleaning clock, 1300 Laurenex. Kicks inside forward 50, looking for Gus Paul. Goes over the back, Allen, quick hands to Curran. And Curran chipping in Reynolds' direction. Reynolds still can't take a mark. Stretch was there, got the handball back to Curran. Now Bailey. Pink had a little fumble but had some time. He kicks to Partington. That was a good kick. just held up by Jafrida. So Partington has to go back, take his kick. Big Hanneth ran forward, takes the mark on the chest, 50-metre line. He's only got McBean in front of him. Goes to him now, into the pocket. Lehman and McBean. Well done, Rory Lehman. Won the contest, got the handball back, but missed the target. Went again, Rory Lehman. Gave it to Jafrida, and Jafrida around the corner. Couldn't find Jimmy Toumpas, who was standing by himself. Ball went out of bounds on the full.
Not sure Liam McBean made the right decision then to lead up to Jack Hanneth, who's not the greatest of kicks anyway. Let him hit you in the goal square as a 50-50 one-on-one contest. McBean should really be able to contest that much easier.
So that's where it goes now. McBean went for the fly, but in front, Jared Redden.
Had a great quarter, this man.
And he goes short, finds Riley Knight. So in that pack, there was probably 4 Eagles players and 2 Glenelg players. And just kicked it to the strength of the Eagles. Riley Knight kicks down the line. Jack Ferns will come flying. Over the back, almost took a hanger. Durden, quick hands to Curran. Well done, Cheetahs. Just got a hand in there to prevent the mark. And the ball's come out to the Eagles. Here's Toumpas. He wants a lead up from Menzel. Beats both those players. It's rolling towards the 50-metre line. Dan Menzel, first one back. Handball's back to Ferns. He goes back to Gus Paul as a siren sounds. 3-quarter time here in the SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final. The Eagles, 10 goals, 5-65. Glenelg 3-4-22. We'll take a break and come back for the final quarter action on your home of sport, SEN SA. Welcome back to the Adelaide Oval with 3-quarter time. Eagles have a big lead, 10-5 to 3-4. Rossi, let's have a look at some stats for 3-quarter time.
Yeah, well, the highest stat possession winner on the ground so far is from the Eagles Footy Club, Jack Hayes, with 23 disposals. He's had 10 kicks, 8 marks, 13 handballs, a tackle and 5 clearances, if you don't mind. Jimmy Toumpas has had 20 disposals, as has Matty Snook from Glenelg. Riley Knight's had 19 for the Eagles. Kobe Much has had 18. James Cheetahs has had 17, and Dylan Lance had 17 for the Bays. If you just look at overall, though, the Eagles Footy Club is really taking control around the ground. They're about 10% more possessions in total, which is pretty big effort considering it was even at half time. So they really dominated that quarter of footy. They're up in the clearances, they're up in the inside 50s, they're up in the tackles. Sorry, they're down in the tackles, but they're up in everything else. So I think the Bays will make a bit of a comeback, but they'll win this reasonably comfortably, the Eagles, from here.
There's a siren to start the final term. The Eagles leading by 43 points on the Lorinex Cleaning scoreboard. 1-300 Lorinex. There's the bounce. Redden again wins a tap to Riley Knight, to Cheetahs. The McGarry medalist kicks down towards forward 50. Marking on the chest is Jack Ferns in front of Curran.
Do not underestimate the performance of this guy, Jack Ferns, and what he's done on Curran today.
Ferns kicks to the goal square and sport through for a minor score by Durden. Eagles go to 10 goals, 5-65. Glenelg 3-4-22 on the Lorinex Cleaning scoreboard. 1-300 Lorinex. There's a kick out from Durden, looking for McBean. Lehman got the spoil in. And tackled by Kobe Much, and the umpire will come in. We'll have a stoppage on the grandstand, or the broadcast side, I should say. Redden and Hanneth, Snook, still working hard. Got the handball back to Turner. Kicked it forward for the Bays. Running onto the ball, Lehman. Got a bad bounce. Allen didn't. Matty Allen wrapped up in a tackle by Cameron. That's holding the ball. He tried to fend off. Just couldn't get away.
They're good at the back 6 to 7 for the Eagles being together.
outstanding.
People get confused sometimes when I say back 7. The reason we say that is there's always one on the bench that can float back through there, and the 7 of them have gone back through there today have been exceptional.
So Cameron's kick down the line was marked by Durden. He went short to Lant. Lant is going to switch it, and his kick isn't going to put Martini under pressure. He is closing as Menzel, but Martini's good enough on. He's bounced it behind him. Allowed Stengel in. Stengel short, hits up Much. Kobe Much, straight in front of goal. About 40 out. Well, poor Alex Martini. He's tried his heart out all day, and he just bounced it over his own head.
I reckon Brett Hand, the Glenelg coach, right there would be going, well, that's pretty much our day. He's gone to just a normal everyday bounce. It looks like it's hit the hardest part of the ground and bounced back over his head.
Kobe Much from 49 metres straight in front. It's fading, or not going to quite get the distance. Jack Hayes in the goal square, so is Dan Menzel. Ball still in play. And the umpire will come in. We'll have a stoppage about a metre out from the Eagles' goal. Between the goals and the behinds, he throws it up. Now, Durden taps it through for a minor score. And he's paying deliberate.
He can't went through the points, not the goal.
So
I'm staying out of it. You call it, Bons.
the umpire has given a free kick to the Eagles. It's going to go to Jack Hayes for deliberately forcing a point in the ruck contest.
I think it went on the full, did it?
Yeah, went on the full. Went on the full, and
that is the rule, but it's such a harsh rule.
It is a harsh rule.
You've got all those people around the ball, and he's just knocked it, and it's gone through.
So Jack Hayes
technically the umpire's right.
goes around the corner and misses. Through for a minor score. Footy gods are there. So minor score to the Eagles. They're 10-7. Glenelg 3-4. On the Laurenex cleaning scoreboard, 1-300 Laurenex.
Good mark, Roland.
Kicked straight down the middle, and as he called it, Sam Rowland took the mark.
Took a really heavy knock in that first quarter. I thought he might be in a bit of trouble and bounced back really well and been a strong contributor all day.
Kicks out wide. Martini and Stengel. Stengel gave away the free kick. Alex Martini will take it. Quick handball to Billy Stretch, and the switch is on. Dylan Lant takes the mark in his back pocket. Bounces. That one comes back up to him. Handballs over the top to Bailey. Bailey down the line. Excellent kick. It's Jack Hannah. Right in front of our broadcast position here. Kicks inside forward 50. Pink. He's outnumbered. Somehow ended up in the hands of Motlop. Matt Allen over the top. Went it for a dribbling kick. It's coming back and hit the post. And it just about wraps up Glenelg's day. Kicked the dribble. It was coming back. Just couldn't come back enough. Slammed into the post. Minor score. They go to 3-5. Eagles 10 goals, 7 on the Laurenex cleaning scoreboard. 1-300 Laurenex, and we've gone 4.5 minutes in the final term. Thanks to Laurenex Cleaning, delivering professional commercial office cleaning. Riley Knight has it. Kicks down the wing. Broadcast side. Redden in front, just came off hands. Darcy Bailey, quick handball to Dylan Lant. He went over the top to Durden. Good tackle from James Cheetahs. It's holding the footy. Eagles take the advantage and play on. Gus Paul around the corner. Ferns in a contest, ends up with Proud. Proud handball to Hanneth, to Partington, to Stretch. Tyson Stengel's coming. Just dodged the tackle. Crowd saw him coming and made some noise. And the kick's gone out wide. Klusky and Sinor, and Stretch kept running. So Stretch has it now. He's going to put it inside forward 50. Who's going to mark it for Glenelg? Nobody. Just ends up in the hands of Lonigan, who kicks it back into the centre square. Jack Hayes in front, goes out the back to Virgin. He had a fumble, allowed Junfer in, got the hands high and was tackled. Has to get the ball out now. Proud. Handball forward to Bradley, back to Stretch. It's scrappy play.
God, hit a target.
And Stretch has missed the target. It's gone past Klusky and out of bounds. And Joe Sinor will take the free kick.
Sorry for the frustration there, people, but that is a 10 to 15 metre kick that he's missed by 5 metres.
We've done it all day. They just haven't hit targets.
There's a word for it, but we're not allowed to use it on radio.
No.
They've been horrible the base.
Sinor down the line towards Jack Hayes. At the front, Gus Poole and Snook. Matty Snook takes it over the boundary line. This is the SANFL Statewide Super League for all new Kia Niro electric SUV range. It's available as a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid and a full electric vehicle. And for Amy, who supports SANFL Community Footy, Amy does. Paul Bonsor and Mark Ross here at the Adelaide Oval. Don't forget your Barossa boy moment, Rossi. Top up with cheeky Tilly Riesling. Redden wins that tap. Virgin runs onto the footy. He's tackled by Gus Poole. He's not going anywhere. And we'll have another stoppage. There's the ball up. Red got it down, but again, ball works its way to the boundary line. We'll have another throw-in. And Laurenex cleaning scoreboard. Eagles 10-7, Glenelg 3-5. It's a 44-point lead to the men in yellow. Boundary umpire taking his time. In the end, Bradley got that tap down because the throw-in was a bit short. Umpire's seen a free kick. It's going the way of big Jared Redden.
It's a terrific second half, Redden. He said at half-time, there's no way the Bays are coming back as far as I'm concerned. He took control early in the third quarter and he's had a really, really big second half.
So he kicks it close to the boundary line. The lead came from Ferns. It missed all players and went out of bounds. So it's like
Kicks like a rucker.
Chris Curran will take the free kick. He wants to change it, and he missed the target. Comatigiani runs onto it, has a shot at goal. It's bouncing. It's bounced through. Glenelg claiming touched. Umpire said it's a goal. Jake Comatigiani has another one for the Eagles. Jake Comatigiani kicks his first, and last year he was left out of both the reserves and league premiership teams as the standby for the league side.
Deserves a medal.
And he's going to get one today. 50-point lead to the Eagles.
The fat lady just said they're so far in front I can't be bothered.
There's the bounce in the middle. Hanneth won this one down. Lonergan running onto it. Tumpus got there first. Gave the handball to Much. Around the corner. Virgin with the spoil on pull. Kept going to Michael Virgin. Bradley tackled by Comatigiani. Out the back to Turner. Turner short looking for Allen. Marks it in the middle of the Adelaide Oval. Turns and goes. Kicks inside forward 50. Motlop in a good spot here. Goes over his head. Rory Lehman tried to hit it to his own advantage. The Bays held it in. Motlop just tried to force it back. He's got it again now. Motlop goes back to Virgin. Squaring kick has been marked by Bradley. Inside forward 50. He'll kick from probably 50 metres straight in front. So after the game, Rossi, we've got your Barossa boy Cheeky Tilly player of the day, free shipping on all orders over a dozen. He was handballed off to Brett Turner, and Brett Turner had a shot, went through for a minor score off hands. So Glenelg, he got a 3-6. The Eagles 11-7 in the Laurenex Cleaning scoreboard. We've gone 10 minutes, final term. Laurenex Cleaning, your professional commercial office cleaner. Beacon kicks in for the Eagles. Gets to the centre wing. Kobe Marks has had a great day. He's running onto it now, under pressure. Right done by Land, just held him up. There's Burns in support, gave it to Tumpus. He goes around the corner. It's going to bounce between four players. Virgin, tackled by Comatigiani. Good contest that, and the umpire says, give it to me. SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro electric SUV range has landed, and for Amy, lucky you're with Amy. Paul Bonsor Mark Ross. Dylan Lant gets a clearing kick out of that stoppage. It's going to come to Paddy Jafrida, the veteran for the Eagles. Puts it back down the line. It's close to the line and out on the full.
I suppose Bonsor in the last few minutes, you start to think about some of the players that might be the last game for them today. Bays, you think blokes like Motlop, Bradley, Schnook, has he had enough? Even Reynolds has been around for a while now. I think he'd keep going, but you start to wonder the commitment. It's big. The Eagles have a few boys as well after a second premiership. They might say that enough's enough.
As Curran took a juggle mark and then kicked it straight to Comatigiani, who kicked down the line, and the Eagles forwards force it out for a throw-in. Riley Knight, the last one there. So we'll have another stoppage. They have just been in command of this game.
One of the players that really set him up early, Riley Knight, with his tremendous start. I thought he was close to BOG in the first half, and probably fallen away a little bit in the second, but still been really, really good. Second highest possession winner on the field today with 22.
Brett Turner's tried hard in the second half as well. He got the handball to Reed Curler, who got the kick in the McBean direction. Running onto it, Sam Rowland. Handball to Beacon. Beacon uses his pace, gets it to Pudney. Quick hands again to Sinor, to Riley Knight. It was just nice footy from the Eagles. Ball goes forward, lands in the lap of Ferns, gives a handball to Tumpus. Tries to hit Stengel on the lead. He got on the half volley. Tyson Stengel around the corner. A little bit of magic from Tyson Stengel.
Terrific year. He's done everything right. I've spoken to people at the Eagles Footy Club about what he's been like off the ground, and he's done everything he possibly can. He deserves another opportunity at the AFL level because he is just way too good for this league. He's just too good. He's shown it for most of the year, and he showed it early in this game. And I mean, Martini was right next to him then, and he just took off took away from him, snapped it around his body beautifully. Great finish. Well done to the Eagles Footy Club and what's going to be another magnificent year for them.
Tyson Stengel, the goal kicker. I think the runner's asking him to come off. He's going, no, I'm not coming off.
Yeah, crack off.
Find someone else. Brett Turner keeps working for the Tigers. He's had a great year as well. Just got a little handball to Bailey. He gave it to Reynolds in the right pocket for a left footer. Or in the other way, should be wrong pocket for the left footer. His kick went towards goal and off hands through for a minor score. And they'll go to 3 goals 7, sorry.
7-5 to 1-2 since quarter time.
It's been unbelievable from the Eagles.
We talk about the midfield, and I always say it's a midfielder's game, and that's where it's won or lost. But their backs, they've just been tremendous. The efficiency of the mid, those when they've gone forward to find their forwards in the right spot, their forwards work hard to keep the ball in the area and give themselves opportunity time and time again. It's been tremendous to watch. You thought last year's effort with the Eagles was really good. This is a far, far greater win as far as I'm concerned with the way they've played the entire day and the final series as a whole, to be honest.
Lonergan kicked down the line and Ferns had the ball and was wrapped up in a tackle by Proud. We'll have another stoppage. We're about 70 around from the Eagles' goal. Broadcast side. Hayes into the ruck, got it down to Knight. Hurried kick inside forward 50 and taking the mark in front of Troy Menzel. He gave him a little shove to Max Proud. Martini didn't like it. And it was late, so there will be a 25-metre penalty as well. Proud's going to switch it.
There's nothing in that.
Finds Agnew.
I think Bays might just be a little bit frustrated with where they're at the scoreboard rather than what Troy Menzel did there.
Lant goes down the line. Billy Stretch, he's had some good moments today, Billy Stretch. As he plays on, puts it down towards the 50-metre line. Matt Allen in a 1-on-1 won that contest. Dodges around Cheetahs, has a shot for goal. Matt Allen goes bang! A consolation prize for the Tigers off the boot of Matt Allen.
You could see that there was someone coming across his line, but still was smart enough to steady and nail the kick for goal. And look, he's had a great year, Matty Allen. We've been high of praise for him for the entire season as a wingman and the midfielder and the way he's played. And he really hasn't let his team down today. He's tried really hard.
16 minutes gone. Laurenex cleaning clock. 1300 Laurenex delivering professional commercial office cleaning. There's the bounce. It was a poor one, so we'll do it all again. And while we do that, I'll say that Kia, the new Kia Niro, electric SUV range has landed, and Amy, lucky you're with Amy. They're bringing you this broadcast as the Eagles get the clearance through Redden. The ball just bounced the right way for much. A little handball out to Paul. Had a little fumble, but had a little bit of space too. Goes around the corner. Lonergan, first one there. Good tackle from Martini. Just fed the handball back, intercepted by Virgin. Partington, Bradley, Bailey. Now Lance. Good chain of handballs from the Tigers. His wobbly kick forward. He's going to land in the lap of Cheetahs. He's got Beacon with support. Beacon thought about the switch. Now tries to feed a handball to Thompson. Ball's come loose. Cheetahs is there. Goes back to Sinor. He's under pressure from Klusky. Well done, Jack Klusky. Just fed it back. Didn't have any support. It's all Eagles. Beacon. Handball to Jafrida. He goes to the middle of Adelaide Oval. Virgin and Comatigiani. Virgin fell over. Comet's kept his feet. Kicked it off the ground. Inside 50. Just has to pick it up. Does now. He's tackled though by Stretch. Proud. Tackled. Dropped the footy. And the umpire will come in as the ball's held in. And we'll have a stoppage about 40 metres out from the Eagles' goal.
They did pretty well there in the end. The base, Proud and Curran, because Cotigiano was going to do it easily, I thought. He's going to run past them. This is dangerous.
Jack Hayes kicked it forward. Stengel tries something special. Goes across the face. And Chris Curran will take the free kick. Plays on quickly. Handballs to Billy Stretch. Has not stopped running, Billy Stretch. Kicks down the line, eastern side of the ground. Hanneth and Redden, but taking the mark was Cameron. Again, the outnumber. There was probably 3-1 with Hanneth there.
I can't believe how much Cameron and Lukey Thompson look alike.
Yeah, they do look a lot alike.
Doesn't help that he was wearing Lukey Thompson's old number, 19.
Yeah, that's right too.
But they do look a lot alike. It's a dangerous sign. Oh, it's all right. I was going to say it's a dangerous sign when the blue coats are walking around the boundary. But I think the base people know it's probably over.
Yep.
There's a lot of people starting to leave the establishment as we speak.
Has not been their day.
Well, man will be happy. That's the main thing. Keeps him off mine.
Kobe Much kicked inside forward 50.
Back.
Good tackle from Land. Came out the back to Menzel, and he was wrapped up in a tackle. In fact, it was Riley Knight. And we'll have a ball up. Still only about 15 out from the Eagles' goal. Max Proud won the tap. Stengel was held, or threw the arms back like he was held. He's still complaining the umpire, and the ball went out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in right next to the Eagles' behind post. 19 and a half minutes gone. Laurenex cleaning clock, 1-300 Laurenex. The Eagles are going to win the premiership.
2 in a row, and the way their list is constructed, you could say they'll have a fair crack at it again next year too.
Riley Knight, and a quick snap at goal. And it rolled through for a minor score. So they go to 12 goals, 8 the Eagles. Glenelg 4-7. Laurenex cleaning the scoreboard. 1-300 Laurenex. Dylan Lance straight down the middle of Adelaide Oval. Lands in the centre circle. Reynolds is there. So is Cooler. He thumps it to the only man inside Glenelg's forward 50, Paddy Jafrida. He picks it up and kicks out to the eastern wing. Reynolds comes late, gets the spoil in on Toompas, and it goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw in.
Sometimes you just have the worst day performance-wise on the day where you least want to have it, and that's just been one of those days for the Bays today. They've had a really good year up until the last minor round game of the season when we saw them lose to Port Adelaide quite convincingly, and they really haven't recovered from that, have they? They haven't been able to get 3.5 to 4 quarters of good footy together since that day.
Riley Knight went short and hit up Jack Hayes on a nice lead.
Jack Odie medalist, I reckon.
Goes with a handball to Toompas. Inside forward 50, Dan Menzel takes a 2-grabber, and he'll kick from about 45 metres on about a 33-degree angle.
Often forget how good Jimmy Toompas was early in this game today too. He's probably not going to get in my top 3, but geez, we wouldn't be far from it. He's a tremendous day. Every time he had the footy in the first half, he used it really, really effectively. But he's had 2 blokes in Riley Knight and Kobe Much in particular who have been just as good. So
Dan Menzel.
Sorry, mate, I was just handing over my votes for the 3-2-1 medal.
Comes in, he's kicked his 4th. Time for the Eagles to celebrate.
But tremendous. Dan Menzel started the game so well, and he's finished it beautifully with that goal there as well. And rightfully so, the Eagles players are getting around him, and we're really, really excited for what they're producing here. This has been a class performance, really, from about the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. They have not given the Bays a sniff from that moment on.
Just under 22,956 people here today at the SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final. Excellent crowd. And I don't think any of them here, even the Eagles supporters, saw this coming.
Oh, no way. I mean, I'll credit to you though, Bons. You did say as I got here today, you had a feeling that it was going to be the Eagles' day again. I've stuck with the front runners, to be honest, and just went, they've been the best team all year. They'll be okay today, but they've been, if you really think it through afterwards, it's easy after the event, but the Bays have been pretty ordinary since the last minor round game, and it's showing today.
Bradley won the free kick, kicked it forward. Hands from Bailey to Partington. His kick going forward has been marked in the goal square by the skipper of the Eagles, Luke Thompson. He goes short, up the ground, Signor. Been good today too.
Might be Lukey's last game too, I'm hearing, Bonds. He was contemplating it might be his last game today, Luke Thompson.
Yeah, we heard that last year as
well. But, this is what I'm saying earlier. You start to question now. With some of the boys say, look, 2's enough. Do I get out? But as I see Hanneth and Paul. See, this is the time you start hassling them. When you're 8 goals up, then you can start hassling them as much as you want. Like, as I said, Virgin was doing it in the first couple of minutes, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure that's a smart move.
I wonder if it might be Jared Redden's last game as well.
I was thinking Redden, maybe even Lonigan. I know he's not that old.
Lonigan's only 26, 27.
Yeah, it's just, you just don't, it's the commitment more so than the age these days.
It's on, and another little scrap has broken out on the wing.
It's getting a little bit ugly now.
Darcy Bailey. And this is the SANFL Statewide Super League for Kia Niro electric SUV ranges landed. And for Amy, lucky you're with Amy. Little spot fires going on everywhere here. And Riley Knight has the ball. He's going to kick it inside forward 50. Dan Menzel at the back, looking for his 5th goal. Bounces to his brother Troy. He goes around the corner. Troy Menzel! Oh, how about that from Troy Menzel? What a way to put a full stop at this grand final. Eagles are 14-8, Glenelg 4-7, and Troy Menzel's kicked his 3rd.
So the opposition race is in the right forward pocket of your dial. He's in it. He's dodged around a couple of Glenelg blokes. He's run out 5 metres from the boundary, popped it on the right, and it's gone straight through. The umpire hardly moved. I said he'd kick it as he was going for it. It was half tongue-in-cheek. He didn't actually look at the goals. Just watching the replay, he actually didn't look. He just knew where they were. And, geez, the 2 Menzels and Stengel today, they've had a day out. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of other blokes that they can thank for the amount of effort their smalls and midfield have put on the opposition to make sure the ball goes in there regularly enough for these guys to get the opportunity. And they've been good enough to take it. And it's party time now.
It's party time. Amazing game of footy from the Eagles. Now lead by 61 points. We've gone 25 and a half minutes in the final term. Cheetahs gets the handball, looking for Paul. What a play by Junfer. Clean possession again. Comitigiani fed the handball to Chuck. Much runs inside forward 50.
Yep.
Has a ping. Kicks it. And a nice little finisher for Kobe Much. Kicks his 2nd goal. And it's just all icing on the cake for the Eagles at the moment, Rossi.
It's always trading right now. This is the one thing about grand finals, when you know you can't win the game anymore. It becomes very, very easy for the opposition just to run away. And I've seen it a number of times over the years, all sort of levels of footy. Pretty much saw it yesterday too. Saw a little bit of the Subiaco versus South Fremantle game. It was very similar once they started taking control. And the Bays have actually lost the plot in this last quarter though, or the second half. They don't know what to do. Is pretty sure the Eagles coaching staff are just venturing their way down to the boundary right now. Lots of hugging and kissing going on.
There is. Tom.
The only time men don't mind showing their emotions when they win flags and jump all over each other and act like clowns.
That's it. Eagles are going to get the clearance, are they? No, Brett Turner laid a good tackle. Matty Snook got the loose footy and put it inside forward 50. Underneath it was Reynolds, a good spoil from Cameron. Here's Cheetahs. He was tackled by Klusky. And umpire will come in, we'll have a stoppage. Can't be too much longer left as Jade Sheedy makes his way down on the ground. Big smile. 27 minutes gone in the final term.
Do you know what I like about Jade Sheedy? He did it last year as well. He shows his emotion of how happy he is. You quite often see coaches come down with this cool, calm and collective thing. Bugger that. Get down there and show people how happy you are. Scream it from the mountaintops.
Luke Reynolds has a shot. It goes off hands and through for a minor score. Sammy Rowland getting back and spoiling that for Luke Reynolds. They go to 4 goals 8. Eagles 15-8. 60-point lead. 66-point lead even. Much around the corner. Menzel, Dan in the contest. Curran won it, gave it to Hanneth. Back to Durden. Oh, scrappy little handball. They're going to turn it over again, the base. Redden hacked it forward. Stengel and Virgin. Stengel has the footy. Still outside 50. Goes back to Lonigan, who goes back to Knight. It's 3-on-1 inside forward 50. So Knight just bombs it inside 50 and gives it up to Agnew, who handballs to Curran, who goes to Brett Turner. His short little handball to the ruckman, back to Turner. Now Klusky running onto the footy, put his head down, was tackled by Hayes. And the umpire come in, we'll have a stoppage. 28.5 minutes gone, final term.
They're really relentless, the Eagles, and I'll tell you, their bench is really happy. They're all down there at the moment. They just want the siren to go and let the champagne start flowing.
Smother from Junfer, got the little handball to Gus Paul. He's going to kick to the leading Dan Menzel, who marks the footy. And will go back and have a shot for his 5th. He's about 30 metres out. 35, 40 degree angle. Dan Menzel. It's just been unbelievable. He's kicked 4, his brother's kicked 3, Stengel's kicked 3.
Well, they're the recruits of the year, aren't they? I mean, we talk about recruiting and how important it can be amongst your juniors that are coming through. They went out and said, we need these two, they're going to make us better after the players that we're losing, including young Rowe and a couple of others. What a difference is made. Of course, Nick Hayes.
Yep. Dan Menzel can't get his 5th. That wobbled horribly off the boot.
That was one of the Dan Menzel kicks a bit closer in than we remembered.
He'll be disappointed with that, but not really. Doesn't mean much in the context of this game.
Just saw Jack Ferns on the boundary line. Special mention to Jack and what he's done today. The job on Chris Curran, who we all rate so highly, was tremendous in that first 3 quarters in particular.
So Hanneth has it on the outer side. Tries to spot up Klusky, but Paddy Jafrida chops it off. Takes the mark. 30 minutes gone, final term.
Fitting for the siren to go with the ball in his hands, Jafrida. There it is.
There it is. The 3-time premiership player now. Paddy Jafrida has the footy. The Eagles go back to back and are your SANFL Statewide Super League premiers.
Loose and watch the feathers fly, and you'll see what we can do. We're the mighty flying eagles. We're the mighty flying eagles. We're the mighty flying eagles in gold and green and blue. We're the mighty flying eagles. We're the mighty flying eagles.
Well, the Eagles run out big winners, 67 points, 15-9, 99 to Glenelg, 4-8-32. We'll take a break and come back for presentations. Stay with us. It's the SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final on your home of sport, SEN SA.